And we are live with JPML English, English commentary, JPML Select. And today we have Jenn and Garthe. Actually, most Wednesdays, I guess we have Jenn and Garthe, don't we?
We do. We have some new people to be training pretty soon, but they're not here yet. Right now it's just us. I think both of our mics are on.
Yes, I heard that echo too. Yes, do the old sound check to see that we are actually recording and broadcasting ourselves. I think we're good to go.
All right, we have some long games today, so we should probably just get into it.
Let's jump into it.
Today we are watching the Women's Nihon series of yesteryear. Yeah, they have the Nihon series, and then they have the Women's Nihon series.
Huh.
So this is the Women's Nihon series. That means it's not only JPML Pros. Oh wait,
So
this
far,
does
all the
not
faces.
look like. This looks like the wrong one.
Looks like last.
Hold on.
They had all the same players as the Alright.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. It's such a coincidence. One second. There we go.
Give me a chance to put my fan on me. I think it is just not quite hot enough anymore. I can just survive with the fan.
Okay, this one has the right logo and everything.
Yay. And there was much rejoicing.
There was, for some reason.
Oh my goodness. Was this a while ago?
A while ago, yeah.
That's why they're all masked up.
Yes, not even those guards that we were seeing last time.
Not even just an excuse not to wear makeup.
I like it as an excuse not to wear makeup, though.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of one of the. I mean, people are like, "Oh, dude, look, Japan's already. I mean, everybody's fine wearing masks." Like, well, all right, half the population just likes wearing masks anyway because they don't want to put on their makeup.
I mean, a lot of people also wear masks because of influenza, not just like COVID. So in the winter, you'll see a lot more masks.
It's true. There is a lot of masking up. Let's see who. By the way, before we get too far into it, Hinata, is that? That's not Aiko, I guess, because that's an H. That's a different Hinata.
Hold on.
Hinata starts as the first dealer.
It might supposed to be an A. 1 second. Well, let's just say Hinata for now.
If it is Hinata Aiko, that would be an M League player.
Yeah. I think
Aikawa.
New M League player, by the way. Not when this was filmed, but.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes. Uotani. There's a name and face I would recognize if we could see your face. And of course, Okada Sayaka. Speaking of M League players, we could possibly have 3 of them right here. Though, like Jen points out, at the time, Aiko was not M League at the time.
No, I mean, no, Aikawa, as I'm saying. Aikawa is a new M League player this year.
She is also, so these are all M League players at some point in history.
Yes. Well, just a second. There are 2 Hinatas. So just double checking.
Okay.
Just checking which year this was.
Garthe is the 9
of. Check by the face, except for the masks are a little bit.
Okada has a lot of outside tiles. Sorry. Uotani has a fairly standard men tanpin. Okada could still be possibly hedging for Kochi, although I think it's more likely she's going to go for an outside hand. I think Dora for Uotani She had the old menton being going, but will she accept that gut shot? She will. There are still possibilities of a 5-6-7 Sanshoku. Tripling up the 9 of bamboos. Is it time to just start committing to an outside hand? Perhaps it is. Another pair for Hinata. Does she start moving towards an all pair hand? All pairs hand. So yes, 5 pairs, 1 away from ready for Hinata. Another pair for Aikawa. Now making Sanshoku more confusing. Do we go for the 5-6-7, the 6-7-8? Could it possibly even get to the 7-8-9? No tempai for Hinata. Possible open-ended weight for Aikawa, and she'll take it. Aikawa has 3 souths in her hand. That, of course, is her wind. This fills in a gap for Uotani. She will get rid of Dora, and she's 1 away from ready with the old Tanyao. This is Tenpai for Hinata. I would expect not reaching.
I think my cat has decided to scratch me.
Yes.
Well,
And Scooby does that
yeah, it's
when he needs attention.
well, no, he didn't mean to scratch me. My cat never means to scratch. He's
Tenpai.
actually a very
and
kind cat.
so she'll wait quietly. She does have Tanyao, and will we get this 3 immediately for Uotani? I think she would like to switch out for Sanshoku if she can get it. It'd be interesting, actually, I'm thinking of it. If she does get the Sanshoku, okay, yes. She doesn't have to break up the Sozu. 6, 7, 8. Tenpai waiting for the 3-6. Reach and non. And I guess I should ask, are these rules A rules or
No,
are they
WRC rules today.
WRC rules? So there will be an Dora. Uotani can still throw safely. Be interested to see what she does if she does draw the 8 of dots. Hinata will not reach, even though she's waiting for a pretty nice white dragon. This would not be safe. It's right next to the reach tile. Oops, sorry, Scooby. And so she will play safe. 1 away from ready now for Uotani, having moved away, having given up Tenpai. Hinata still not reaching. The 8 is safe. Okay. Looks like Okada is leaning towards giving up. Pushing.
There we go. That's an
Many
A.
of
That's not an H. That's an A.
that really is Aiko.
It is Aiko.
Yes, I'm a fan of Aiko since I used to work with her at Ikebukuro Reds. Always good, fun energy.
Reds, of course. Almost all SPM pros back in the day. Just a couple. I think like 2 JPML pros.
Sakura
Yeah, and you.
and me. I don't think there was another. Many of the 3-6s that Aikawa was waiting for are already in Hinata's hand. See 2 of them over here in Okada's hand, and 1 I think was also in Uotani's hand. So there was really only 1 for her to draw. She was drawing very thin, and she does not get it. So the hand will end in a draw. Hinata will continue as dealer.
I believe this is the 2022 final. So this was taking place in July of 2022.
We were still masking up.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Might have been 2020.
Vaporous Flame. You will see Uotani and Okada in lots of streams. They are perennial final tablers, and of course, both M League players. I guess for the moment, Uotani is not on an M League team, right? Do I have that right?
Uotani is not right now. She is on the WRC team for the Sankei Shimbun Cup, though. On my team.
Very nice. That's a nice draft. Jeez.
Yeah.
We just go straight for strength.
Well, what? We have Uotani, and then there's Jenn and Mio, so.
On average, still very strong.
I mean, Mio is also a strong player. Doesn't have that many results, but she plays strong, I think.
Yes. It's the way to win.
This might have been 2021, actually. It feels like it should be 2021 since
All the masking.
since everyone's masking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shh, don't listen to that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, 2022 we're masking too. Looks like 2022. Just comparing the clothes. Yep, 2022, sorry. All right. So it's a little bit more recent.
Once again, Okada with a lot of outside tiles, but this time enough bamboos, Sozu, to convince her to go for a half flush. Not quite there yet, but still some possibilities, and we're still on that first row of discards. The north
Oh, it's
is
on the
her
screens?
seat wind.
Oh, look, I love how, yeah, you guys are so much more, like, notice things better than us. It was on the screen, so it was 2022.
Yeah. Way to find the obvious clues. Not obvious for us though, and not obvious enough for us though.
I mean, it was obvious when I requested it, but I've been editing so many videos lately, I had to double check.
Not sure what my excuse is. There's another pair for Okada. It's also a value tile. So if she can pawn both the value tiles, that will make this half flush a full Mongon. Excuse me. Another pair for Aikawa. And will this be a simple all pairs hand? Will it be a Mentanpin hand? Will it be a Mentanpin Diambeiko hand? So many possibilities. There's a completed white dragon triple for Hinata. Here comes North. Not this time. Instead of North, Uotani will throw Dora. I'm sorry, not North. It's East. She had the option to throw East there, which I'm sure Okada would have pawned.
Garthe, even Vape even has an answer for you. You can say that you're focused on the mahjong rather than the surroundings.
Yes, that's what I can say. I'm glad people come up with my excuses for me, since if I do it, then it just sounds like I'm making excuses. But then somebody else makes it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Uotani playing pretty tight here. Certainly could have pushed with those value tiles, but she does not feel like there's enough value. Even though she threw Dora at an earlier spot. Interesting defense by Uotani. This could become an Otama. I guess she really wants this 5-6-7 Sanjaku. That's, I guess, what I should emphasize is happening here. Excuse me.
Looking to get some
Getting a
value
little
in
bit.
the first hand.
Oh, and she will throw, and that will be pwned immediately by Okada. And completing a triple. What to do with this mess? Probably not exactly the route that Aikawa was hoping for. A lot of possibilities. This does get her to Ishanten, one away from ready. And she'll hold on to pairs. Not the open-ended. She throws from her open-ended weight.
Hello, Vala in the chat. Welcome. We're happy that you're here with us.
Hello, Ella. Me too. Probably throw this 6. Or was the 5 kind of a half? Okay, yeah. Still not giving up. She'll accept that gut shot, but it does give Uotani one closer to Tempai and the Sanchoku she was looking for. Of course, having opened up her hand, Sanchoku is worth quite a bit less, and she won't get Pinfu anymore. Oh, she'll take that open-ended weight, and we are going for Bian Peiko. I was somewhat prescient.
That's a good vocab word.
Somewhat?
Prescient?
Yes, I was going to take credit for prescient. Is this Tempai? It is Tempai, not the Sanshoku, but she's waiting for the 4 of dots. Okada still not Tempai. If she does get to Tempai, it will be without any extra value from her north tiles.
Vala says, I need notifications so I won't miss these. I think that there are notifications. There's a little bell button that you can turn on here on the channel. Or also we're giving notifications in the Discords, on Twitter.
Uotani improves her weight, the 4-7 of dots. Of course, as it happens, there are a lot of, and there goes another 7 to Aikawa, was it? Yes. And, this kind of improves things for Okada. Gives her a few more outs.
Hinata, I don't know if it's going to help this late.
Another 4. Excuse me.
And another change option for Uotani. Can maintain Tempai with different options now.
4-7-6 she could take. Well, 4-7-6-9, but of course the 9 would not be a Yaku, so she will opt. Was the 9 in discards?
I don't know, but there's so few tiles left. I don't think she was thinking about what to win on. I think it was more.
Oh, that's
safety.
right. That was the.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. So this hand Hinata does not finish Tempai, and the dealer will move on to Aikawa.
By the way, Garthe and Jenn will be in New York next week. Holy cow, it is so freaking fast.
I know, I can't believe that has snuck up on us already.
I
was trying to figure out.
Ready.
I know. I was trying to figure out times to play for Armel, and then I made up the schedule, and I look at my schedule. I'm like, oh my god, New York next week. Yeah. I'm sure that was annoying for everybody to find out halfway through this week. Uotani fills in a gap.
I scheduled mine for this week, but I also realized that I also planned a mommy-daughter date that day, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm gonna go to
Garthe is
Team
known.
Labo this week. Have you been to Team Labo yet?
Have been often. It is
Oh,
one of
often.
those things. Yeah, I mean, I think it changes enough too that like, and it's not always in the same place. Are you going to the one in Odaiba?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. But there's two right now. And I'm going to the one that they said they were gonna close like a million times. And
Oh, really? Is that
it's still open.
where's that Lalaport? Like Fukushima is a prefecture, huh? What is the Fujishima? No. What's the thing next to uh the old fish market, which now I can't think of that name either. Jeez,
Tsukiji.
ridiculous. Tsukiji, yeah. What's the station next to that?
That was Tsukiji. The
Fuku
new one is Toyosu, right?
Toyosu.
That's the
There's
new
another
market.
station around there that I feel like is Fuku something. But there's a I think there was a Team Labo out there too. For those who wonder what this Team Labo is thing that we speak of, it's sort of an art exhibition, but sort of very modern-y art, but not like, New York
It's
MoMA
supposed to be
Museum.
kind of like 3D, like, right?
Yeah, a lot of sort of interactive stuff, 3D stuff, light shows.
Yes. I've never been. I've only seen photos, so it's my first time going. I have a friend from high school visiting, so we're gonna go with his family. Just me and
It's good
my
for kids.
my miniature human. That's good because they have a kid and I have a kid. So, um, Val said that he's waiting for Garth to become a playable card in Magic the Gathering. Counter target spell, not the best spell.
Yes. Give me something a little tricky, but not super strong.
Vape said
That's
he will
my
also buy that card. So, okay, that's your guys' homework. You got to petition JPML to make a crossover set. And you have to specifically mention that you want Garth in it, because otherwise they probably won't just put Garth in it. Do you have a playing card? A JPML playing card?
Uh, do you mean like the card that they gave us when we?
No, no, no. They
Uh,
have issued playing cards like baseball cards, like player
really?
cards. Yeah. So
Uh,
they've issued 2 batches so far.
I'd be a little surprised if I had one, but I guess it's possible.
I think you'd know.
Uh,
Well, I don't know. You don't read notifications. It could be possible that you took
uh,
that you filmed, like went and did the photo shoot and then also got like 6 or 7 notifications about how they're on sale now and you should retweet it and you just like completely ignored it. That's possible.
that is quite possible. And oh my God, I keep ignoring messages from you. I need to see what I'm missing. Probably very annoying.
Yeah,
So
basically, if you
Aikawa,
guys want to see Jen and Garth, you got to petition JPML. We can be on this English channel, and that's about it. That's the only thing that we have control over. Everything else is JPML has to know that you want to see us. So go ahead, petition, petition. All right, okay, let's get back to
that's
mahjong.
that's not quite Tenpai. So yeah, Aikawa is looking for Tenpai here. It's her turn as dealer. She just does not want to throw Dora. As it happens, there's a Dora for Okada that's just getting in the way.
Those pesky Dora.
So now everybody has one Dora, and it's kind of going to just slow everybody down. Nobody wants to be the first one to throw it, and it's going to make them kind of slow down their progress to Tenpai. Okada can no longer. Oh, she's going to start heading towards giving up. One away from ready for Hinata with 5 pairs. Currently 5 pairs. Uotani gets no closer to Tenpai. Okada also missing Tenpai. And we may just end up in a draw with 0 people Tenpai because nobody wants to throw Dora.
Welcome, D3PR. I think it's supposed to be Deprecator.
Whoa, cool name.
I have never in my life played or watched mahjong. Well, welcome. This
Yeah.
is the Japanese style of mahjong, which we call reach mahjong. And this is a professional match that was played in 2022. So every Wednesday we go back and look at past matches because they've never had English commentary before. So we're adding English commentary to them. Occasionally we will have a live final table that we commentate as well. But today it's yesteryear day. Wednesdays are
No comment.
JPML Select.
So everybody playing really tight here. While Jenn was, and another chance at Tenpai. She still will not take it. Uotani just does not want to drop Dora here. Aikawa also resisting dropping Dora. Hinata the only one with a chance to get to Tenpai here since she could use Dora as her single tile weight, but nobody's going to get there. This, I believe, is the second to last draw. Uotani. Will Uotani get to Tenpai once again and be tempted to throw south? I feel like it's not going to happen. I call a little bit short on definitely safe tiles here. You see, it happens. Nobody's ready. Oh, okay. Was there a there was a pawn. Okay. That's why it ended on Aikawa, and the dealer will move to Uotani.
So if you're brand new to mahjong, we have someone brand new to mahjong. There's actually a professional circuit in Japan. So these are 4 pros from 3 different professional organizations, I believe. Yes. Uotani and Okada are from the same professional organization. It's really distracting. The same professional organization that Uotani and that Garthe and I are from. I'm Jenn, and that's Garthe, by the way, talking on the microphones.
Sometimes clearing his throat.
Each player is going to have 13 tiles in their hand, draw 1 tile, and discard 1 tile. And they're trying to make sets of 3 and 1 pair. So they want 4 sets of 3, could be 1, 2, 3, could be 3, 3, 3. The suits have to match for each individual set of 3. And then 1 pair. So it's a lot like Rummy if you've ever played Rummy.
Jin Rummy. Very similar.
So she just pawned the west tile. That's going to be 1 set of 3. It's off to the side now.
One of the points that makes it different.
A triple of 4s. Okay, go ahead.
One of the points that makes it different from Jin Rummy or Rummy is that in at least Japanese mahjong, you have to create value in your hand by putting together some kind of combinations. There are a bunch of different combinations, and for example, one of them is just calling your value tile. So she called the wests there. She is in the west seat, so she currently has. Jesus. Sorry. All right, turn my mic off brilliantly, like a person who understands technology. She has 1 value tile pawned. She was looking also to pawn the green dragons there. You see she has 2 of those.
You can't see it yet. Just come up. Right. Oh, there's red dragons that were pawned. So pawn means that you take the 3rd tile from somebody else. And this is a con. When you have 4 of a kind, you can declare it and draw an extra supplementary tile right there. You see she does, and discards. Because
she's still. Well,
you won't have enough tiles in your hand if you use 1 in 4 of a kind. So you have to draw an extra tile to make up for that set of 4. Otherwise, only sets of 3 are allowed. And those are the green dragons right there. They're kind of black and not green, but they're called green dragons.
Just to be more confusing as Japanese like to be, they even call it blue sometimes.
Yeah.
The green dragon. Even though they call the Yaku using it as in Yakuman all green, sometimes the nickname for that tile is blue.
Well, also green traffic lights are blue in Japanese.
The one thing about that, though, that is sort of forgivable is that it is a much bluer green than American traffic lights. I'll give them
Sometimes, not
that.
always. Not
Hmm.
always. Sometimes it's very green. But it doesn't matter, like, when you're talking about green plants, then they say owl a lot of times too,
Oh
so,
yeah, right. Like
yeah.
unripe fruit and vegetables are blue. Even clearly green onions they call blue onions. They're definitely blue. So yes, this is the
Deprecator,
thing.
yes, there is a betting component in professional play. There's no betting. Um, Only in legal jurisdictions there is a way that you can bet. Actually, if you're in Las Vegas, I don't know if you've ever heard of Huntington Press or LV. Oh crap, what's it called? Hold on. I have the book right here. I have actually published a book on how to play Reach Mahjong, and it's published by Huntington Press in, I think it's on Paradise, is that what? In Las Vegas, the Shop LV website, where the place that publishes all the coupons, that's my publisher. So you can pick up a book in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas Advisor. That's the coupon book, right? So the same publisher published my book. It's called Reach Mahjong: The Only Way to Play by Jenn. If you actually really want to learn how to play and like what it's all about, the book is pretty easy to follow. It's been received pretty well. It was just republished last year, so. And there's also a club in Las Vegas where you can play mahjong. The Las Vegas Dragons, something Dragons. So lots of resources. If you search Reach Mahjong, then there'll be like an overview. But the book is pretty good if you just want comprehensive everything all together in one book. Garth and I have also spent a lot of time in Vegas.
Yeah. I used to play mahjong in parlors a lot more, which would mean I was gambling. Um, and I don't know how much we're supposed to not admit that, but certainly at the time, I mean, I don't know, it was fairly common. Do you play in mahjong parlors for money? But of course, there's with anything in gambling in this country, there's always sort of a finagle, and the finagle in Japanese mahjong is that uh, in general, the cost of playing will always be high enough with respect to the amount that you could possibly win that you're never going to beat the rake. The rake will always win, in which case you're not really gambling, you're just kind of playing for fun.
Oh, TY's. Thank you, Ty. Confirms it's a great book. I appreciate that. And Vape says, I could not buy a physical copy of that book in Oz. I did like send about 10 books for a order to SBT in Australia last December. If there's interest, I'm happy to send another batch. If you have a few people you want to get together with and order. I say like if 4 books or so. The thing is, the shipping is really high, so I sent it with a friend who was playing in the Oz Open last year.
Oh.
But we can work something out. So if you want to work something out, or if you know someone coming to Japan, we can work out getting you a book vape, a signed copy even. All right. And we've talked a lot about well, it's all mahjong stuff. The name of the book is Reach Mahjong: The Only Way to Play. I'll post a link in the. Go ahead and talk about mahjong, Garth.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Okada is currently dealer. Her hand has not really progressed that much. Hinata's hand has moved along the most, while Aikawa has sort of the most chance at creating value in her hand. Uotani has a pair of green dragons. She'll probably be pointing those. Here's another Dora for Okada. That's an interesting point, perhaps, for you, Deprecator. The excuse me again. You see that well, you might not recognize it as the 8 of dots, but currently the Dora is in the bottom right corner of the screen. It's got those 8 little dots or circles on it, that is the 8 of what we call dots. This suit is called dots in English, pinzu in Japanese. And if you can use that tile, which she just drew, and will we get a poem from, no poem from Okada, because she just would not have a yaku. If you can use that, it is the same as creating a value point in your hand. It doesn't count as you can't use it as a value point to win the hand, but it will be a value point if you do win your hand with at least one other valid value point.
A pattern. You usually have to have a pattern in your hand, which we call yaku.
Yaku. Pattern is a better word for that, isn't it? We have a reach then from Uotani. She's waiting for the 4-7 of dots. Not a lot of value in her hand, but she was the first to get to ready. At least she was the first to reach, anyway, from her perspective. And so she thinks, well, you know what? If nobody else is going to push, I'm going to. And you see that gets Aikawa off of her hand. She had the possible flush forming, but she was still far enough away from it that she figured, you know what? I'm going to play safe. I'm going to throw a definitely safe tile. Oh, God, that's going to be a little bit frustrating. That would have improved her hand a lot. Another Dora for Okada, but she's just so far away from ready
Yeah,
that
but
I can't see her trying to go for it.
I don't know. With 3, she might have some incentive to push a little bit. It's just very late in the hand.
Hinata's also one away from ready now. Also, the other justification Okada might use is that if she can see that many Dora in her hand, well, that definitely means they aren't over there in Uotani's hand. So that's a lot of value she knows is definitely not there. Will it convince her to push? She's still, what, 3 away from ready? She possibly be 3 away from ready with this many? I guess she can only really be 2 away from ready, but not a lot of great shapes. It is a tough spot because with all that value in the hand, you really do want to push. But she has, all right, the 2 of cracks is certainly the least useful. And she'll throw from Dorda. The Dorda having come out from Uotani right before she reached. Okada knows that's a safe tile. Maybe she's kind of hedging for all pairs.
All pairs, another special hand, or a special hand where you actually don't need triples. You can just have 2 of each tile in your hand. Deprecator asks, is the luck component such that a very bad player can beat a very good player occasionally? Yes. As long as you play somewhat efficiently, then you can definitely beat the very strong players occasionally.
Yes.
If you're playing very efficiently, you will beat them more than occasionally. So there's a lot of luck involved. Maybe not quite as much as I would say Texas Hold'em, but
yeah. If I were ranking the luck factor, I would say it's quite a bit larger in Texas Hold'em. Certainly, far less experienced players often beat very experienced players in Hold'em. I would say certainly at this level, you're not likely to see really weak players beating these strong players. Certainly not in a 4-game series. And one of the things that will really differentiate players, you'll especially see this player who's just reaching and discarding here, is the ability to play defense. And that, I think, is what really separates the really, not just strong, but the really great players from, say, me and Jenn.
well, you said not in a 4-game series, but Garth and I have both made final tables before, so we are living proof that the weaker players can sometimes beat the best players even in a 4-game series.
Like you were saying, strong play can often win the day. And in fact, yes, in a 4-game series, strong play is really probably what is going to win the day. certainly playing strong early on in the tournament. If you've built up a lead, then you can maybe play a lot more defense. But a lot of tournaments, in a 4-game series, you're just not going to have time to play that much defense. Pretty much, the person who wins in the end is probably going to be the one who got luckiest going for it the most. You don't often hear people talking at the end of a game about what a great defensive battle it was.
I think you just don't watch enough Japanese commentary.
Oh, that might be true.
Now we're in the South round. Every game is going to have one East round and one South round. Each player is the dealer one time in each round. So this is Hinata's second turn at dealer. The dealer's denoted in pink there on the screen, their name. This is a little bit of an older overlay. The newer overlays are a little bit more attractive, but gets the job done.
Have a little more information out there for you too. But one of the points I was going to make about defense, and something to watch for if you can start picking up on what players are doing and why. Uotani is going to be one of those truly great players who, while she's on the attack, is also still playing defense. And so sometimes you might look at something she discards and think, that doesn't seem very efficient. Well, it's probably still a good reason for it. It's probably because she figures, you know what, I want to have this tile over here for defense, or I think this tile might be dangerous, so I don't want to throw that yet.
I mean, to be fair, all of these professionals here on the table today are very high level. They have all been featured at one time or another, or are currently featured in M League, which is the most televised professional league in the world.
Could we use the word elite for that?
Yeah, it'd be elite. You have to be drafted. They're drafted from a pool of a couple thousand professional mahjong players across 4 different big organizations,
Including ours. We are draft able.
Yeah, we have 1,000 members in our professional league, so.
There's 1,000 people in Renmei.
Mm-hmm. Since sometime in the past year, I think we exceeded 1,000.
So Hinata had an interesting decision there. She's one away from ready, but she has a really cool shape with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of bamboos. That leaves a huge possibility for hand improvement. So she could have had Tempai here had she kept that 3 of dots. Instead, she's still one away from ready here, but she's got that really wide open acceptance in the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of bamboos. She'd really like, of course, the 1 or 9, because a full straight is another one of those special combinations that we were talking about. If you get a straight using the 1 through 9 of one suit, that is worth 2 points if you can keep your hand closed. But of course, the 147 or 369 all, and in fact, even the any souls would give her Tempai because she has the other pair in her hand also. Not a lot of value in the hand if it's the 2, 5, 8. So that would be the least happy route to Tempai for her. There's another pair with the Dora, and that's Tempai. Will she reach with it? It is her turn as dealer.
Yeah, insta reach.
So she will not go for trying to create more value. There's not really a lot of draws that would have given her more value. Yeah, like you say, insta reach. Ooh, filling in a gap. Oh, Tony. Still playing safe. Yep.
No says Uotani is a super sakigiri player. Super sakigiri is a Japanese term. It means early cut. It means that you discard something, sacrificing efficiency in your hand for other reasons. It could be for safety. It could be to kind of disguise your weight later. A lot of players will look at these discards and really have a strong grasp of what the player is waiting for and whether they're ready or close to ready.
So you might have been confused why she would have thrown from those 2 green dragons. You'd think, oh, it looks like something that's useful for her hand. No. Well, it's like what we were just talking about there. It's she's playing defense. And she's still perhaps even disguising the obviousness of whether or not she's playing defense by throwing other tiles from her hand first, so that it doesn't just look like she's obviously giving up. The obfuscation is not always important, but the more you do it, the better you get at doing it. And of course, the more effective it is against other players when it does matter.
Yeah, most of the time playing your own hand, playing efficiently is going to be more important than the
Right.
obfuscation. But
Uotani is just one of the people who has the game so down that she can concentrate on a lot of different aspects all at once.
we actually had a World Reach study session with Uotani last week. She taught us
Cool.
about tournament play. It was very good, very informative. If you're
She
in
would
the
be a
world,
master.
and Hinata will win the hand. Each Pianfu, and there's an Uradora there. That'll be 5,800 points as dealer.
From Okada.
Bala is a big believer in Sakigiri. I like to aggressively cut middle tiles early a lot. I bet you are fooling everybody with your discards. It sounded a little bit sarcastic. It wasn't actually completely sarcastic. It was just supposed to be a fun comment. I think, Bala, you know we love you.
All right, so Aiko gets another shot at dealer and another shot at overtaking Uotani. Oh, actually, I think that did put her above Uotani because that would have been 5,800 with the Uradora. So Hinata Aiko jumps out into the lead.
You can see the digital display there in front of each player. That is where they're keeping track of their points, basically chips. Each player starts with 30,000. When we don't like play till, because you need 4 players at the table, so we can't just eliminate people off the table like we do in poker. So they just play, as we said before, each player gets 2 turns at dealer, and then the game is over, and then they record the scores. So you play a number of games instead of elimination. And then they'll cut from the big pool, they'll cut, you know, a multiple of 4. So there's always multiple 4 left in the tournament, but this is a final table. So nobody will be eliminated. We have 4 games. We'll watch 2 today and 2 next week.
And that's one of those things that I think a lot of people always feel is a little bit frustrating about kind of the end of tournaments or the end of final table, is that often 1 or 2 players may just be completely out of the running. And yet the game is a 4-person game, so you can't really just not have them play. I remember you were saying once that who was our favorite big guy? Probably reffing. He's probably reffing this very tournament. And for some reason, Kondo, yes. For some reason, I totally blanked on Kondo's name. I remember you saying once he was thinking about how to try to create sort of an elimination. I guess you wouldn't really be able to do it for the final table, but giving people like a certain amount of points and then having like kind of a freeze out style tournament like we do in poker. Remember that? You remember ever saying that?
Yeah, it would be fun to do as like kind of an experiment or exhibition sort of thing. I think it would be a very long time before that would ever be used as a like official tournament style. But definitely, I mean, we could always just hold something like that if we wanted to, if we were organized and motivated.
So a lot of people close to Tempai here. Aikawa cheated with the 2, 3, 4 of cracks. The 4 of cracks is the Dora. So that 3, she had that gut shot, which was probably going to be hard to finish if she didn't take it from somebody. Okada is one away from ready. She's looking for either a pair, which could also become a pair by it wouldn't doesn't seem like it looks like a pair, but the 6 of bamboos would be Tempai and would also give her Pinfu. There's a lot of tiles here that go for Tempai, and she takes the non-Pinfu route. Hinata is looking for the 3 of dots. That would give her the full straight. Speaking of defense, by the way, you see Uotani holding on to that white dragon. And that is significant. This is still not Tempai. That is significant because, Aikawa has made that cheat. It looks like sort of an inside hand, and yet she does want that white dragon. I would not be surprised if Uotani ends up holding onto that white dragon much longer than any of the rest of us would, and you just think, oh man, there it is. There is that solid defensive play that I just keep not remembering to do in the moment. And that was Okada, who decided to throw the 5 of cracks right next to Dora. Still one away from ready is Aikawa. And Uotani, that is kind of the key, the best draw she could have gotten there. The 7 of cracks will give her the 3, 6, 9, and 8 of cracks weight. And this is Tempai for Hinata. Her turn as dealer.
Waiting for only the 3 dot.
Yeah.
Does
Like
she go?
a gut shot.
Does she chase this reach or not? As dealer, I kind of want to chase, but the other thing is this is her last dealership, so if she deals in right now, then puts her in a bad position for the last 3 hands.
She is also in the lead.
Yeah, especially because it's Ippatsu. And she will not.
And she will throw safe. The 9 of bamboos looked too dangerous. And Aikawa can throw safe here, but she might run into some difficulties if... oh, wait, what? What did she throw?
She drew it
back.
Yeah,
she drew... Oh, sorry, yeah.
It just came back.
She drew the winner, yeah. She drew the... Oh,
now she'll take the reach. It's not Ippatsu
anymore.
Yeah, it's not Ippatsu anymore. So she's willing to take a little bit more risk. It's a pretty big difference. It could be double. Deprecator has to go to the vape store before they close. No, thank you for just finding us and watching, even though you've never watched before.
Awesome.
Thank you for the sub, and we will love to see you next week.
Yeah, we might be here even after you get back from the vape store.
True.
These are 2 long games. And so Aikawa takes this opportunity to give up. And that will, you see the defense being played there by Uotani. She held on to that until she knew it was safe. And that's the moment she let go of it. This is still Tempai for Hinata. Though she has no Yaku, she can't win on it anymore.
Maybe Deprecator will stop by Huntington Press too and just pick up a copy of Reach Mahjong, The Only Way to Play.
That is a big draw for... Yeah, no kidding. That is a big draw for Okada. That's Mangan, 2,000, 4,000, 2,000 from the non-dealers and 4,000 from the dealer, Hinata. As it turns out, she wouldn't have been able to win the hand. Nobody threw that 3 after she gave up on the hand. So she was destined to lose no matter what she did. Or not lose, but at least not win the hand. And I think that drops her pretty close to Uotani. The scores are much closer to even now. So Aikawa is the only one dropping down, but it is her last turn as dealer. Aikawa currently in last place. Hinata in first place, but now only 1,000 points ahead of Uotani. And that draw moves Okada from kind of a big last place into not such a bad third place, and she will be the final dealer. So nice chance for Okada to come back and snag some lead. Dora is the one of dots, and Hinata says, nope, it's just too far away from anything for me to use. I'm going to throw it right now.
Deprecator is also leaving the stream running to help with engagement metrics. We appreciate that as well. Oh, that's so sweet.
Very nice. Yes, thank you.
And this is a blessed algorithm, because how did Deprecator even find us? We just showed up on the feed somehow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sometimes it doesn't
Aikawa,
show you what you want, but what you need. That's fun, vape. Now, Deprecator's life will ever be changed by just finding this mahjong stream and these two goofy Americans commentating on a Japanese mahjong stream.
So Aikawa got to Tenpai. Not a lot of value, but it's a very early Tenpai, so she'll reach. There was a possibility for changing to Sanchoku, I feel like. But she says, look, I'm dealer. This is an early reach. I'm not going to let anybody else catch up, or if they do, I want to make them pay for it. She could have waited to possibly draw Dora and add value to the hand. Or, yeah, I guess it's a bit of a trek to get to the 2, 3, 4 Sanchoku. So, reach. A very valid decision. Oh, and Okada is now one away from ready with 2 open-ended weights. She's just got to throw some dangerous dots. Here's the first challenge. As it happens, her second challenge, if she can get there right off the bat, is also safe. Okada, not Tenpai yet, but widens the possible tiles that she can get to Tenpai with. Another Dora for Hinata, but I can't see her. She's so far away from ready, I can't see her going for it. Uotani is giving up.
The stream is showing up because people are searching for Garthe Magic the Gathering cards.
Yes, definitely. That's why this. And Uotani, yes, I think I mentioned how that's Tenpai. Is she gonna reach? She has the wind in her sails. She just won Mangan. Since I don't believe in Mangan, I'm not going to recommend it. But she takes the strange weight. So she will not take Tenpai. She will not take Pinfu, I mean. Was there a 6? Oh, I guess, okay, there's a lot of 8s. There's a lot of 8 of bamboos already on the board. So she figures a lot of her weights were already gone if she was waiting for the 5-8 of bamboos. That's why she opts for this weight. The 4-7 of bamboos, and I believe the 2 of cracks. Who will pay off? Oh, that's Uotani. As it happens, we can see a lot of the 5s in other people's hands too. Oh no, that's a 3. So it was as it happens, a pretty wise decision by Okada to choose that weight. Certainly more of those available in the deck than the 5-8.
Hinata is playing so tight, really holding on to that lead.
She draws her winner. So, a wise move from, oh my gosh, and that's the Uradora? Oh my god. Massive. So Mentansumo and Urda Uncle. Uradora,
Do you want to say that in
12,000
English?
points. 12,000 points. So the hidden Dora.
Lichi, Tanya, Tsumo. Lichi, the
3
inside
hidden
hand
Dora.
and a self draw. Also, yeah, 3 hidden Dora. That's 3 bonus that you couldn't see when you first reached.
And of course, she gets those as a result of choosing that weight. I mean, obviously she got the win from choosing that weight too. But if it had come out the 5-8, well, there would also have been Pinfu, and then the 2 order would have been there. But just a massive play by Okada, and really, I think highlights not to cast aspersions or favor any one style of mahjong over the other, but I think you see that there's a very, very different style from say Uotani and Okada. Okada is just on the attack at all times, and wins those kind of hands. Uotani is just slow and steady, always playing defense and still accumulating points. And it's interesting to watch how, by the end of this, I wouldn't be surprised if, Uotani and Okada are battling and having gotten to that spot in very different ways.
All right, and we are now in the penultimate hand of this game.
Penultimate. Get you at the vocab.
It's a vocab word that I really mostly only hear in poker. I'm bringing it to mahjong because
Really?
yeah, they always say penultimate. It's the penultimate day of this series or this tournament. It's always written in the articles and always look at this shape. Wow, really wide one-away shape for Hinata. We'll come back around. You'll see the 778. I'm sorry, 55799 shape. That means the 5, 6, and 8, 9 are all useful right here.
But Uotani has gotten to Tenpai pretty quickly. She pawned, what was it, the Green Dragons? I think very early. She pawned a value tile very early and has gotten to Tenpai. Not any value in the hand at the moment.
Well, says nobody ever goes for Suanko, shakes my head. Excuse me. Many of us go for Suanko, and that's why we don't make the final table.
I know. You've tuned into the wrong commentary for that comment.
Because Garth and I will go for Yakuman from very far away from ready.
Yes. We're seeing that dream from very far away. Still no Tenpai for Okada. She's also one away from ready.
Also, wait a second. What is her... Oh, okay. Yeah, she was folding. It was the south that Uotani had pawned. Okada had pawned the white dragon when it was one away from ready for a half flush, but she chose not to go for that because she definitely could see what Uotani was doing. But that'll give Uotani another turn at dealer, so we will have a second penultimate hand of this game. Am I pronouncing that funny? Is that why you had big eyes?
No, it's
okay.
just
Ooh. See, we would definitely go for Kokshi here. Oh, we'd hedge Kokshi here for sure. And yeah, so does Uotani. Thank you.
Yeah. It is her turn as dealer, which can affect the decision to go for Kokshi. Do you know in these rules if they have 9 different Kokshi tiles, can they?
No, this is a tournament run by JPML and it's WRC rules, so no.
No. Okay.
Oh, but see, she did not. She did hedge the Kokshi, but she really was going for an outside hand.
And she gets a third east. That is her seat wind. So that means she does have value in the hand right now. She can start chiing or pawning tiles.
Oh, look at 4 Dora in Hinata's hand. How is she going to use those? Oh, dear.
They're not easy to use at the moment, huh?
It's not easy to use like that, and Uotani wants one. I mean, this is going to be in high demand by all the other players at some point.
I wonder at what point she cons. The 6 of cracks is still useful.
And Green Dragon Poem by Aikawa. Oh, look
another white dragon.
I'm interested to see what Uotani is going to do with that side weight for the Dora.
Yeah, right. I wonder if she gets rid of that first. Oh, that's the 6, so she can use. So that's one away from ready for Hinata.
And it's really ideal for Hinata because she does not want to con that Dora. She wants people to think that the Dora is still available somewhere.
Oh, if she could get the Tempai with the 7 or 9 of dots. Okada also wants that gut shot. Oh, she's thinking about moving towards an inside hand. So she'll drop the 2 9s here and hope for something, especially she really wants the 4 of bamboos so that she doesn't end up free 10.
I think we see
Oh,
her
goodness.
chi characters if they come out. That 6, she's gonna chi that 6, I think. No, not the
I wonder
6.
how she
Wait.
feels about
5, 6,
4.
7. I wonder if she'll chi the like a 5, 8 maybe. I think a 5, 8 would be good to chi.
Did you notice that after cheating the 4 was drawn and immediately discarded by Aikawa? Wonder how she feels about that.
I was just wondering if that 4, like the 4 would be weird to chi, but I might chi that 6.
Ooh.
Especially
Yeah, that's
because the
a
6 is the Dora indicator. But I guess she doesn't want to wait over there, so she really hopes that the 3 bamboo gets stuck to by something.
well, she has a 6 bamboo in there now too, I think, right?
No, yeah. Not when, I don't think back when that 6 character was discarded.
Aikawa's still kind of a long way to ready. And does Uotani end up getting there before everybody else?
Because
Okada
if
has gotten rid of her 6. Sorry.
even if Uotani gets there, see,
Oh,
this is okay. 10-5 for Hinata, but even if Uotani gets there, she's gonna be waiting for the 7 character. The way that she's discarding.
right. She's going for that outside hand, definitely aiming to use Dora and Okada with a surprising path to Tempai, but she's going to start folding.
Vape says, I
Now,
remember the pain of a recent hand where I started with only 3 honors and there was a full orphans in my discard by the end.
oh, yes, that is disheartening.
It's okay if you're playing Nagashi Mangan rules, but these rules are not Nagashi Mangan.
So Hinata with a bit of a sleeper here. She got Mangon in her hand, and I would imagine Otani's going for it. We might see Otani with a bit of bad luck here. If this is her turn as dealer, and she may feel like this is her shot. Certainly, when players are they are the type that play a lot more defense. They really compensate for that by being a lot more aggressive on their turn as dealer. And we see a little change in roles there. Okada has definitely chosen to play defense. One away from ready for Aikawa. She pushes. She is way in last place at the moment.
I think those tiles are also pullable. She is in last
For
place.
value, yeah.
She has no more turn at dealer, no more turns at dealer, but this is only game 1 of 4, so getting extra points would definitely be worth it here. The north, if she can pull on that, that's her seat wind.
Right around the Dora. Nobody can see any of the Dora, of course, because they're all in Hinata's hand. So she'll throw safe from east first. Oh, is she going to con this? That's Tempai. So if the 3 comes out in Uotani's hand, I think if it comes out, if she draws it, it's definitely going to be discarded. Oh, but it's actually going to be discarded by a fairly hapless Aiko. Ouch. I guess, yeah, should have read that Nagare, shouldn't I? Obviously, it was going to come out from Aikawa.
Also, Valis says you're not a real jonger unless you switch up your Tanyao for a Kokushimusu.
Yes, at
5
least one.
Shanten away from Yakuman, you never fold that. Actually, yeah, Garth and I don't ever.
No, yes.
5 away
Chance.
from 5 away from Kokshi. That feels hella close.
Yeah, it's closer than most starting hands. Okay, so Aikawa throws into Hinata's well-hidden Mangan that really drops Aikawa into last place. Okada and Hinata are most fighting for first place, but Uotani is just barely a Mangan away, and if she can draw it, will still push Okada out of first place. Not a lot of value in her hand yet, but there could still be some. This looks like an outside hand forming. No clear Atama for the outside yet. Debating whether to keep going for Sanshoku. She'll head for Sanshoku in the upper register. It is Okada's turn as dealer, and she is in the lead, but she has to think that Uotani and Hinata will be on the attack, just trying to overtake her. Interesting to see how aggressive she plays, how aggressively she plays her final turn as dealer.
Also, everyone, go ahead and hit that like button, please. The thumbs up button right there. That's how I get my dopamine and my self-worth. So you're directly contributing to my
Jenn's
self-confidence. Yeah.
Yes. You don't have to do that so much for me, because apparently I get mine from just the sound of my own voice.
I wish that, yeah, that sounds lovely.
Another pair for Aikawa, but boy, it's going to be hard to get some value out of that. Uotani having a hard time creating value too. There is a path to Sanshoku and Pinfu perhaps, and Reach. That would still be Mangan, especially if she drew it. Will that be a pawn? No. So Aikawa would still like to create value. If she can, she will not pawn that first red dragon.
Oh, welcome back,
Believe that was...
Deprecator.
Hey!
Deprecator is back and all vaped up.
Mellifluous we are.
You're just using all of the
Oh, well, I'm
11.
borrowing...
Wait, what grade would that vocab word be?
I don't think that'd be a vocab word in any grade.
Oh, it's too high level. Like,
I'm just not sure what class would suddenly break that one out.
English?
Mellifluous.
We had
Like
vocabulary lists in high school English.
It's like a more musical word. But was that Hinata pulling? Interesting. So she's going to be pushing Okada one away from ready. This gives her a gut shot, but she has thrown the one of bamboos already. So she could go for take the open-ended weight. She does for the moment. There is also a possible change to actually, that was Okada, by the way. There's a possible change to a full straight, depending on what cracks come. Hinata is now Tempai, waiting, I think, for just the south. And not quite enough points to get to first place, unless she gets it directly from Okada. Isn't that just south only for Hinata? Was there a door in that hand somewhere?
Dora 7. I don't see any Dora. It's
Right.
a little bit hard to tell, but yeah, I don't see any Dora. But
hard to tell what she's cheated, but yeah. Oh, she's the south seat. Sorry.
It's a double south.
That's my
So
dumbness.
there's a round wind and a seat wind. Everybody has the same round win. This is the South round, so the South is valuable for all players. Also, the dealer is the East wind. Then it goes counterclockwise. Next player is South, then West, then North seat. So since Hinata is the South seat in the South round, that South triple will be double points if she can get a hold of it.
Might come out of Aikawa's hand if she can get to Tempai, but she's also perhaps heading towards a 7 pairs hand. Oh, not anymore. How long will it take her to get rid of the South?
And the 2-dot. It's just too late in the hand. It looks like she's just going for Tempai.
Okada can move towards Tanyao. So a bit of a ways to go. There's one South still in the deck, I believe.
So mellifluous actually is too high of a vocabulary word to be at any grade level. So it's like a college vocab word.
See, my feeling was correct.
No, you're very erroneous in thinking that like musical terms are never going to show up on English vocab tests.
Right. But I do think the point of the question about how many Han our voices are worth is valid.
3 or 4. We're almost a Mongon. Sometimes a Mongon. Sometimes just 5,200.
What would our Yaku be with mellifluous voice? What Yaku has to do with sound?
Yeah, the chat figure that out. I'm too sleepy to be that creative. But
and that's Tempai. Okada gets there. Ooh, there's a. Well, we're not quite there, but can you Tempai? Can you reach without a Yaku in the WRC rules?
Without a Yaku?
I'm sorry. Can you reach without a draw? Sorry. Can you reach without a draw? I mean, yes. Obviously, reaching without a Yaku is something we do sometimes, but yeah,
you can now. I'm not exactly clear about what the rule was in 2022. Now you certainly can.
Oh no, that's trouble. She's one away from ready.
I feel like that rule was introduced kind of like right after this final table, so it's probably unlikely that they were allowed to. But Deprecator said they learned the word from a stern man with a comb over while in Saudi. This sounds like you have a very interesting life.
Yeah, no kidding. So the last South is still in the deck. I guess Okada is going to finish Tempai. Oh, that's going to be. She could take Tempai here, but she will end up having to throw South.
Does
she feel? She can. She can.
No, it's not Tempai though.
Doesn't she have 3, 4, 5s? Yeah, so she can chi the 4.
Oh, she cheese. Oh, sorry. I thought I was totally.
That means,
thinking of something else.
Yeah. So she could possibly imagine she might get. Oh, she's going to do it. She might get 3,900 points here. But that's going to be the winner for Hinata.
And that is a comeback to take over first place back from Okada just by 100 points, I think. Just 2,000 points.
Yep, and she was 1,900 behind.
Difference to give us a first place for Hinata.
Becomes a 10,000 point difference with the point bonus.
10,000, maybe 12,000? Oh.
Well, oh yeah. The entire, just the point bonus, like five versus 10.
Yeah.
That's a point we hadn't made before. That yes, in this game, the points will be the point bonuses. There's no floating. Is that what you called it before? Floating
Uma.
Floating Uma. It'll just be plus 15, plus 5, minus 5, minus 15, no matter how many players are above or below 30,000.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get extra points for being in first place, second place, and you lose extra points for being in third place or fourth place generally. Um, so we'll just have a quick. Oh, I don't have it on here. Let's go to the this screen because I just wanted to mention that Garth and I will be in Comic-Con in New York next week. Wait, is my mic on? Yes. We will be in Comic-Con next week. Oh my god, we're leaving in exactly 1 week. So actually our next broadcast next week will be from New York. Okay, turn off the echo.
Yes, I was just checking to see.
But we are not done
Sorry.
for. Oh yeah, thank you. And we're not done for today. Today we are still going to stream one more game. We'll stream 2 games this week, 2 games next week. Next week actually, I don't know. These games are really long, so it might be that we end up only streaming 1 game next week. But we will have a stream for you from New York as well. Stay tuned. We will stream 1 more game today, regardless, and then we'll decide how many games to stream next week. Depending on the length, maybe we'll do a short talk show and just stream 1 game next week, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Because we'll have just arrived, so we're gonna like get to the hotel and stream for y'all.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
right.
it
There
will
is
be
that.
fun times. But we'll figure out what we're gonna do next week. But we will be here at the same time, and we will be here still today. Don't turn off the stream. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I just want you
Right.
to also put it in your calendar that we'll be at New York Comic Con October 13th in Manhattan. We are also having the Mahjong Matsuri at Sparrow's Nest. I got the prizes already. They are going in my suitcase on Sunday, and Garth is gonna wear happy. I'm gonna wear yukata, and it's gonna be awesome as well.
Woo!
Okay, so we will be right
So,
back. We gotta take a
yes.
break because the next
Everybody
game,
refill your water bottles.
yeah, the next game is probably the longest game we've ever streamed in our lives. So
Holy
don't go
moly.
away.
More water.
Yeah, stay tuned. We need water and coffee and sugar-free Red Bull, all that good stuff. All right, we'll be right back.
Hello, and we are back with the final table of the Nihon. I've already forgotten what this is because I can only think of the Nihon Open. I did not even know this existed.
This is a
Japan series,
women's,
that's what you call it.
yeah, the women's Japan series. There's also a men's Japan series. Actually, I don't know if that's even just men only, but there's a Japan series, and this is the women's Japan series. There are a lot of women's only tournaments because, to be frank, people like looking at the women's faces better than the men's faces. I mean,
Yes. There is that.
yeah, I just wanted to do one more plug real quick. If you're learning Japanese, or if you just like Japanese, you want to learn Japanese, or you just like looking at Sayaka and me, we do a podcast once a week on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, Thursdays noon Japan time. So we will be streaming tomorrow. We speak in Japanese and English both at the same time, or interchangeably, I guess. Just whatever we feel like. We'll have an awesome guest tomorrow, Okada Riki, which is also a friend of Garth's. She is a Hungarian American, and also came to Japan and became a director. So she will be telling us all about behind the scenes stories of Japan's filming industry. And it's called Skabon International. That's our podcast name. It's on all the podcast apps as well, but we stream on YouTube on the Mahjong Jenn channel. Not this channel, but my personal channel. If you're interested in that, it is fun times. It's also on all of the podcast apps, so you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for Skabon International. All right, and let's get into the next game.
I did like Vala's point that floating Uma makes him think of a horse in a swimming pool.
And I will have to change
That
the
is very
A
apt.
again as well. For Aikawa's name.
Going
Or not for Aikawa, for Hinata's name.
Also returning to a previous theme, I'm going to go with both of our voices together are Jan Peiko. Our mellifluous voices together are Jan Peiko.
All right, I like that.
Because
That's
the ko is, it does mean mouth.
true. True.
The only other thing I could think of would be Daisharin. It's just a whole bunch of mouths, and it just looks so harmonious.
Also wheels, but yes, it is a very harmonious looking hand.
That's mellifluous. Yakuman. So our voices are perhaps only Sanfan or perhaps Yakuman, but a very undervalued Sanfan because, of course, Ganpeiko should be at least 5. And that's the end of that very important discussion. So you see, with a very small difference in score at the end of the last game, Hinata does still have 10 more points than Okada. A 100-point difference ends up being a 10,000-point difference.
Yep, so you can see the yellow scores on the top are the scores that the players have coming into this game. The white scores right below them are going to change as the players win or lose hands to reflect their total coming into this game and including this game as well.
Hinata is also the first Oya this game, as she was last game. Aikawa is also in the second seat. The only change will be Okada is now starting in the west seat, and Uotani will be the final dealer for this game.
And players play counterclockwise, but they draw from the wall in a clockwise pattern, which can be confusing a little bit when you're learning at the table.
You know, what's really embarrassing is how confusing it can be for a professional trying to teach it, and then like when you ever have that thing when you're trying to remember something that you definitely just know, but you suddenly have to recall it in just a different situation from normal, and then you're just like, oh my god, like somebody's name whom you definitely know, and then suddenly you see them outside of where you usually see them, and you just cannot remember that person's name. Does that happen to you?
I mean, I have like face blindness anyway, so I could be talking to someone for 2 or 3 hours one day, and then the next day, if they've changed their hairstyle, I just will not recognize them.
uh, yeah, like earlier, I just could not come up with Kono's name for some random reason. A possible 3 concealed triples for Aikawa.
Oh yeah, so Deprecator has noticed Okada's dress has like some chains on it that go up onto the shoulder, and I noticed that too. It's a very interesting design. Um,
That'll be reach for Hinata.
And Vape, the reason that we have yellow scores now and we didn't have it in the last game is because the last game was the first game of this final table. So they didn't have any scores coming in. It was all 0. So now that we're in the second game, then we have scores coming into this game.
Uotani will chase with the reach. Forgot to see what value she had in the hand. A lot of the 3s that Hinata wants are in Aikawa's hand. One away from ready. See. Oh, the 3-6-9 of bamboos. As it happens, most of the 9s are in Hinata's hand, and she can win off the 3-6. Oh, and here's another one of the 9s. So it is just a battle of drawing the 3-6.
Yeah,
Who
otherwise,
can get it first? It's Hinata.
Yeah, there was no other value in Uotani's hand, just the reach. And actually, no value really in Hinata's hand either, just reached sumo. So just a little quickie.
But she will retain her turn as dealer with that draw, that winning draw. And she'll snag a reach stick from Uotani also. So it was an interesting place. Uotani decided to put up a fight. Not a lot of value in the hand, but she still thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it here. Turns out not to be that big a loss. Dora will be the 5 of dots. Hinata starts with a completed run using a 5 of dots and a pair of white dragons. Some pairs in Okada's hand. No Dora. She'll throw from the Pinzu. Oh, Uotani completing a run there, and she's got another open-ended run with the 5-6 of bamboos. Some nice Pinfu and possibly Ipeiko value for Uotani. There's another pair. Well, now we're going to have this decision probably in a little bit about whether to go for all pairs or a Mentsu hand. Mentsu meaning, well, there's another pair for Okada.
Means it generally sequences or triples. Yeah, Vape, whatever is on the overlay, we did not edit in, except for the English names. The overlay is all provided by the original stream from the Japan Professional Mahjong League. So
that's Tenpai for Aikawa, and she will reach.
Also, Deprecator has looked into our respective Instagrams, and one is saucy and one is wholesome. But we're not saying which is which, so y'all can look and judge for yourselves. If Garthe is the saucy one,
that is interesting.
If it's Jenn.
So Okada one away from ready, but she will start giving up. The quick reach from Aikawa. may pay off, even if she doesn't win. She's managed to make at least Okada start giving up her hand. That would have been a completed run for her. Oh, all right. So she is still sort of one away from ready. Again, not a lot of value. So it's an easy hand for Okada to fold. Depending, and that's Tempai. Oh, what does Okada do here? She doesn't have to reach, but she will reach just to get more value.
Also, this Magic the Gathering theme is never going away now. It's now Magic the Garthering.
Oh my goodness, that's almost too much. I really kind of like it. So Hinata, with it's her turn as dealer. She's one away from ready here. A little bit of value in hand with one Dorta. Obviously, if she drew the Dorta, that would be huge value to win the hand if she could get there. But she's still one away from ready, so she will take that one away from ready. She doesn't know it, but the other two reachers have reached with not very favorable weights. Oh, Uotani gets a pair. That would have been a completed run, but still two away from ready. Oh, and Okada on the attack. As always, it pays off. Not as always, everybody's attack always pays off, but it sure seems to for Okada.
It does, but she's not like in first place or anything right now, so let's see how it pays off in the long run. Certainly in the short
Right.
run.
Certainly got her into first place last game, and just an unfortunate push. Unfortunate for Okada that Aikawa pushed to get Tempai, and it ended up funneling just the points needed to Aiko. Magic the Garthe. Definitely. I might have to start playing Magic just for that.
I think you are like nerd enough to play it. I'm definitely nerd enough to play it, but I think that you might be as well.
I certainly had friends who were nerdy enough to play it.
I like went to birthday parties where we got Magic the Gathering cards as like goodie bag in the goodie bags.
Wow. The thing is, so when it was really popular, was there a certain age group that it was more popular with than other age groups?
Well, when at first it was mostly like kind of middle school age kids, and those kids grew up and kept playing it, so it just I think the population just grew and grew.
Right. That's what I thought. So I feel like when it first got really popular, I was just like I'd just gotten into college, probably.
Let's see, it'd been
And
like
so like
early 90s ish.
right. So yeah,
Yeah. So I was
well,
I was in middle school. I was
I
maybe
did enter
elementary school.
college. I did enter college in '88, but I didn't officially graduate till '97. So does that count for me just
Yeah.
starting?
Yeah, it counts.
I just entered college. Possible
Garth is
full
pretending
straight.
like he officially finished college.
Oh, I only pretended for a little while. I
Okay.
did really officially finish.
At some point.
Yes. I don't even have to lie to my parents anymore. I don't even have my graduation present car either. Not even sure why I would lie.
Garth, famously among the two of us, did not graduate from college, but got a job as if he had graduated from college,
Yeah, that's why you get
and also
internships.
got a car as if he had graduated from college.
I think that's seriously the whole point of an internship. So you just tell them, "Oh, I'm about to graduate. Give me a job," and then they say, "Oh, okay, sure," and then they never check.
It's true. I think my
So,
I've only been checked. For translation jobs, occasionally I have to give a copy of my diploma and also I have to translate it because it's in Japanese. But um, but other than that, maybe for my visa, I had to.
Yeah, for my visa, I definitely had to. But I mean, were you teaching English ever?
No,
No.
I had a working visa at one point.
Uh, all right, one away from ready is Uotani. I think Uotani. Aikawa is also one away from ready. She'd really love to get this full straight. Otherwise, there's not a lot of value in the hand. Okada's hand is also not full of value, but could become pairs. Adding the Sanshoku possibility, but then she loses her Atama. Hinata would really like something to go with Dora. Still not Tenpai for Aikawa. We've got a lot of Tenpai potential here for everybody at the moment except for Okada. That's Tenpai, but blech. It is. She does have the East, so she'll take Tenpai. A lot of possibilities for improving the hand, and that is not the tile she was looking for Tenpai, but she will take it and hope that her reach can pay off.
Vala thinks
Even
Jenn would be the biggest threat at the Magic Commander tables. Possibly. Hinata wins the hand. That's a really pretty hand, though. Even though they're
it's
both not her
surprisingly
seat
small
win.
value.
Yeah. I'm deprecating. I'm not gonna read that comment out loud, but I see you, and I'm laughing.
So I didn't catch it. Was that Uotani that threw in there? I feel like maybe Aikawa. Aikawa threw in, I think.
I actually sort of missed it since I was reading the chat, but I do have a poor man's replay because I can just go and watch the stream.
Yeah, I'm also noticing Deprecator too, and I definitely relate. Much better than the shrooms, that's for darn sure.
Yeah.
Randomly, Deprecator is not also from UC Santa Barbara, right?
It was an inside weight and it was dealt into by Uotani. It was the 7-9 waiting for the 8.
And really just one Yaku, right? She didn't reach with that, right?
Just one Yaku.
Yeah. So that's 2 reaches in a row. Aikawa hoping to sort of start a little magic for herself. Not a lot of value, but just hoping like, okay, here's a little chance. And she just runs into, oh, and here's Tenpai for Okada. Not huge value. She'll still hedge for more value. Aikawa just keeps running into other people's luckier hands.
And
Here's an
that's mahjong. The
interesting,
only thing the open-ended has to fear
yes.
is a gut shot.
Although before it was Aikawa's Penchan that had to fear the gut shot, but it was the gut shot that won, as usual. Okada will take this Tenpai.
When
So it is
there's
Pingfu.
2 gut shots, it happens that the gut shot wins a lot of the time.
So, yeah. If there's 2 of them, yes. It's as many wins for them as it is for the open-ended. Except, of course, if you have one of them already in your. Oh no, that would have been the bigger value for Okada had she waited. Of course, it wouldn't make that much difference because most of the 9s are already in Uotani's hand. But it is her turn as dealer. She has the value to go for. And really what she's drawing to is a couple of 6s because most of the 3s, well, yeah, most of the 9s are already here. She can't win on the 3 anyway because she didn't wait for the 4 to get there. And she does manage to draw the last 9. And gets an Uradora. Massive win. That'll pump her right up into first place. Once again, snagging first place with a big win. Chooses not to wait for the larger points. As it turns out, she would have gotten another 2,000 points from each player. Had she waited one more turn for that 4. But man, that is always a tough decision. So your turn as dealer. You've already got some value in the hand. Uradora makes it a Mongon. She chooses to go for it. It does pay off.
I'm gonna turn Gut Shot into a magic card as well.
Oh.
It's just gonna be a full-on mahjong magic collab, I think, is what's gonna happen here.
Need to get a sound effect creating thing. I want to create sound effects.
Okay, get on it. I am very busy, so if you want something...
I feel like gut shot should definitely have a sound effect. Somebody wins on a gut shot, just like a... I don't know what it sounds like to get shot in the gut, but...
we used to have a soundboard back when we did Nani Monodasho, so...
Right? So yeah. I feel like we could add sounds pretty quickly.
Yeah, get on it. Don't worry, Deprecator. We like having you in the chat. We appreciate it. I just don't have very much knowledge on this subject because I came to Japan when I was 18. And I have been very good, so... But we appreciate you appreciating us. And if you really will join us next week, I think you will slowly get the hang of what's going on here.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm not very good at paying attention. Jenn is much better at paying attention to the chat. Those are some interesting comments, Deprecator. Yeah. Sorry, California couldn't drag you over more often, but we might still get there. I mean, you're not far away. Deprecator's in Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
What do you say?
Yes.
It's not far.
Typical Californian, thinking everybody wants to be in California.
Yeah. But it's not even that wrong. Uotani has a monster brewing. It looks like Okada did manage to pawn the red dragons. And this is only 2 away from Suanko Tempa. Oh, and she will not take it.
She's going to go for all pairs.
That is interesting.
It's just 1 away from all pairs.
It is 1 away from all pairs using the Dora. And she says she is committing to that rather than leaving open the... Were there already... Okay, like there's already a 9 of cracks out there. She was waiting. She had 2 9s of cracks, I think. So maybe she looked at the board and thought her Suanko tiles were already so available. Huh. It's a mystery.
I mean, all pairs with 2 Doras. So the Dora, if you look in the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a 2-dot picture. That's the Dora. The Dora is a bonus tile. So if you have it in your hand, like Okada does right here, it gives you a double score. You get a bonus. So everybody's going to try and use it. See, there's 1 in Hinata's hand right here. There's none in Aikawa's hand, but she has the 3. And there's 1 here. Yeah, we said Okada's hand. Uotani has 1 right here, but it's just 1. She's going to want to pair it up.
But with so many of them already in other players' hands. Oh, that's a point that you may not know yet. Each of these tiles, in a full deck of Mahjong tiles, there will be 4 of every single tile in a full deck.
Yes.
So, yeah, what were you going to say?
I was just agreeing with you. I just said yes.
Oh, okay. I'm so bad at cutting you off all the time. I feel like every time I manage to notice that I do it, I have to try to throw back to you.
It's okay. I'm enjoying. Sometimes when you leave early or something, I have to do the full commentary, and I'm capable of it. But I like just sitting here manning the
Oh,
chat. That's cool with me too.
and that's going to be a reach for Okada, waiting for the 6-9. It was, I think. Oh, that's Hinata. Obviously not Okada. She's the dealer right now. So Pinfu and one Dora, and if she can get the 9 of dots, that's going to give her the double run in dots. This double 789. That is also, oh, there's one of the 9s that she was really hoping for, and that is Tempai. Was that Tempai? She's still one away. I think Okada's still one away from ready, and Uotani takes this opportunity to go for it. There is still one more Dora out there.
An
Good
old
luck, Uotani.
zoomer. Interesting. Oh, wait. An old
Sorry.
zoomer with an X? Does that mean a Gen X thing? That's a. I'm a. So we have lots of generations in here. Garth is definitely Gen X. I think I am an honorary Gen X because definitely I live more like Gen X than I do like millennial. But
Really, 70s is Gen X?
what would you think it was?
Just out there by myself.
That's what Gen X is.
Oh, oh,
um, Gen X is it's always the forgotten generation and the
uh,
in between boomers and millennials. But yeah, like mid 60s to maybe 1980 or so, but some people say as far as 85, it depends.
oh.
Deprecator says 65 to 79. I think considering also since I came to Japan at 18, I would say I'm more Gen X because it was definitely more it was more it was like a few years late compared to some of the helicoptering and stuff that happened in America after. So
Uh,
oh, and we have millennial right there. So lots of different generations, and we
that
all
is
just
actually
love mahjong.
65 to 79. Well, all right, I'm right there, kind of not smack dab in the middle, just a little bit early. 1970, or in Japan, that would be Showa 45.
And I'm also Showa, so
So Okada wins another Mangan, pushing her way out into the lead. And Uotani, surprisingly way out of the lead. And Hinata, currently the only player with any real shot. We're still not even halfway through the second game here. So there is still time for some of the other players to make something happen. Certainly, Uotani still has 2 turns as dealer coming up, and the other players all have at least one more turn as dealer coming up.
yeah,
But
the
for the
advantage
moment,
is so when you're dealer, what happens is you are the first to draw tiles and you're the first to discard in the hand. You don't actually like deal everyone's hands. It's
yeah.
similar to the button, except for you act first and not last. And then also you get if you win, you get 1.5 times the score, so you get a 50% bonus on your score. But if somebody else draws their winning tile, you have to pay double what the other players have to pay. So there's some advantages and there's some challenges with being dealer.
Aikawa finally with a little bit of a little excitement. She's got 2 Dora. Could possibly move towards a half flush, but certainly if she can use the Dora, Okada chooses to go for the half flush.
Half flush will be just 1 suit plus honor tiles. Honor tiles are those winds and dragons that we keep talking about. No suit, just Chinese characters on the tile.
Okay, so actually no half flush here. She's 1 away from ready with a bunch of pairs weights and 1 open-ended weight. Okada, none of the value tiles are paired up yet, so a full flush is also not completely out of the picture.
Full flesh would be just one suit and nothing else. The best and most unfair thing about being dealer is the repeats. That's true if you're dealer and you win a hand, you get to be dealer again.
But yes, the point there probably is that at the end of the game, you must
Right.
still be dealer again.
This is a Shabo weight. White dragon and 2 character.
Uotani has pushed a couple times in this game already. Oh no! Uotani might get in trouble here a little bit. That's Tenpai and a big hand for Aikawa and a much better weight.
And she chases, reach, waiting for the 5-8 dot. Definitely a better weight. Open-ended, of course, but as we have seen today, open-ended is not always the winning hand.
Oh, it's so close. I would imagine Okada is going to be giving up, although she's, short on tiles. She might find herself running into a spot where she runs out of stuff to discard. 4 of cracks coming out a couple times in a row. That could create a wall that might encourage the 2 of cracks to come out if Okada runs out of safe tiles. Ooh, and a 3 of cracks. Wow. Here comes another 4.
Another 4.
Got a wall forming. Wall of 4s. But Aikawa draws her winner. And that
and
will
2
really
Ura.
push.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Neat.
That's
Sumo,
massive.
Red Dragon, 3 Dora, and 2 Ura Dora. That's a Baimon hand. 4,000 from the non-dealers and 8,000 points from the dealer. That's the biggest hand we've seen so far today.
And just massively well-timed for Aikawa, who needs some points. And unfortunate for Uotani. Had some shots in the first game, and then has taken some shots here in this game, and just other players, mostly Okada, has been just on fire.
Cultural question. Are there old men who smoke a lot while playing mahjong in squalid parlors? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. Even now that the smoking is not allowed indoors, there are a few parlors that are just like, stop us. I dare you.
Yeah, there is a fair amount of that daring going on, isn't there?
There is.
Even to restaurants where I thought that just would not happen anymore. But or actually, I guess it's more bars.
Yeah, less so at restaurants, more so at bars. But if you're a bar or a cafe, you can actually get a special license to still allow smoking. The mahjong parlors are just like, yeah, we don't care. And not all mahjong parlors. Many mahjong parlors have eliminated smoking, or they allow only e-smoking, not paper, like normal smoking. So like vaping, basically. And also, but the parlor near my house, they're just like, what? New law what? Sorry, couldn't hear you.
Well, a lot of those players have been playing since before even laws existed in this country, right?
And also, they have like a new invoice system where all the companies have to. It's like the dumbest thing ever. You had to just like register so you could issue invoices. And I asked the parlor because if I'm training there, I will actually get a receipt so I can like expense it. And I was like, do you have a number for the invoice system? And she's like, no, we're never going to do that.
So Uotani is dealer, but chose not to take Tenpai, hoping maybe to move towards a Tanyao, or perhaps, see, Zuanko, it's not far away now. Deprecator, Jenn and I get especially excited about anything that is even remotely close to Suanko.
Might want to explain that.
Suanko is all concealed triples. So you may have noticed that sometimes people will pon to get a triple. That they had two of them in their hand, and they'll take, like what's happening right here. That's a pawn by Aikawa to get 3 nines of dots. And that is a very different hand from if you manage to get a hand with, say, 3 nines of dots and say, three other types of tiles, all completely concealed in your hand. That is just a very hard hand to get. And it's kind of the equivalent of getting a straight flush in poker. It is a very rare hand.
And we call them limit hands because it's the highest score that you can get, basically.
You get the limit.
Smoking ban in my country had a lot of public support and was implemented strictly. I would say it has mostly public support in Japan and is implemented semi-strictly.
So Okada gets to Tenpai, but she has no Yaku. And we have the reach from Uotani. So Okada way out in the lead, but not really any value here to attack with. So she goes back to 1 away from ready. Has some rather easy shapes she can add to get back to Tenpai and perhaps even have a Yaku.
Also, welcome to the chat, Alec. We're happy you're here. And I'm interested in how to say your name. I don't read simplified very well. I think I know which kanji it is, but something new. So how do you pronounce the first kanji? Or the first hanzi, if we're speaking Chinese.
Okay, so Okada definitely more giving up now on Tenpai. She's now 2 away from ready, having given up her Tenpai last hand and throwing from one of her runs. Aikawa does have a possibly large hand, but she will give it up.
I'm gonna guess maybe Jinlu.
And so the reach from Uotani has gotten the other players scared enough. Oh, no. Here comes Aikawa again. She's Tenpai waiting for just the green dragon. Maybe feeling like it's time for her to put up a fight and take some points. The Baemon has just moved her into 3rd place, just ahead of Uotani. She could throw the green dragons here, but then, all right, so she's going to throw safe. She has no real path to winning anymore since she threw she's pawned the 9 of dots. So there's no Yaku really available for Aikawa. It looks like she's just going to be folding. And this has just become a battle between Uotani and the deck. And she draws it. It's the expensive one. Tanyao she gets. No Uda, but some much needed points for Uotani. Also at a nice time because she gets to continue as dealer. 2,000 points from each player. And that should put her just barely ahead again of Aikawa, but both players very close in 3rd and 4th place. Yeah, tons of regional variants of mahjong. Pretty much, I'd say, there's 1 billion people in China, so there's probably about 1 billion variants of mahjong in China.
I would say in English-speaking countries, you'll have a split between American-style mahjong, some sort of Chinese-style mahjong. The problem is there's so many, there's Taiwanese and everything. Also, Filipino mahjong is quite popular in America it really depends on what community you grew up in, for which variant you're gonna play. But Reach is getting extremely popular, especially in the US. Reach, of course, is the Japanese version that we are watching right now.
Uotani has 2 Dora and I believe a pair of value tiles. Well, good thing I didn't believe too hard in that. Just 2 Dora, but actually a possible Pinfu hand forming. Aikawa trying to quickly run off with a win before Uotani goes on too big a run. Still 1 away from ready. That's a gut shot, well, a side weight for Okada, and she will take it. Oh, this is not quite the tile she was hoping for. But she will throw from... Oh. I was looking at the wrong 4. Can still use both of those Dora, perhaps. But would really like the Dora to triple up. No, she throws from Dora. That may be the whole Sakigiri thing right there. Feeling like it's going to be hard to perfectly use Dora, so maybe get rid of it now. That may start slowing down the other players too. Once the Dora comes out of the dealer's hand, they might think, oh, okay, I guess she must be ready. Okada will throw the Suji for Dora. And there's Tenpai for Aikawa. What does she choose to wait on? The open-ended wait for the 5-8 of bamboos. Still no Tenpai. Not really any value in the hand worth pushing for it. Oh, and Hinata decides to make a push. That'll be a Yaku. She won't be Tenpai quite yet. She'll hedge for the 1-4, but trying to disguise the weight as being a 1-4 weight. Oh, and that's Tenpai for Okada. Does she push? She will push a little bit. And that's Tenpai for Uotani, and she will definitely push. It's her turn as dealer. Oh, I see what she might have been thinking about trying to get to the 3-4-5 or 5-4-5-6 Sanchoku when she threw Dora back there. And now Aikawa is in a bit of a spot. Not a lot of tiles she can fold with. Okada still has her full hand, so it'll be easier for her to give up. I would be surprised, even with Okada being the attacker that she is, if she continued attacking, and she will throw safe. Oh man, that would have been Pinfu possibly, and the Sanchoku. Oh no, so much more value had they come in that order.
Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta play the order that they come. You do not have
That is really
future vision. It's very unfortunate.
Although, yeah, the reach. Well, yeah, you couldn't have known at the time. Oh no, and this would have been Tenpai, except that was she still not going for it? Yeah, would have been Tenpai.
MCR is pretty popular in continental Europe. That's true. There are some players who play MCR in America and Canada as well. American Mahjong actually in America is quite popular. I mean, they have like full cruises for like Mahjong.
Wow.
It's crazy. I don't know if it's a full cruise just for Mahjong, but a lot of people in that demographic that love cruises and also love Mahjong. So they have massive like populations playing Mahjong on these cruises. And we went to a tournament with like, wasn't there like 500 people at the Vegas tournament we went to? Yeah.
Remember, like you get in there and you're like, oh, so is this the women's league? And they're like, oh no, there's one dude over there and there's one dude over there.
And like
Like,
500
whoa.
people, we don't get 500 people for reach tournaments
No,
outside of
definitely
Japan.
not.
No. Especially in one room. Even in Japan, they never have 500 people in one room for a tournament. Even WRC was just under 300. There were 500 people that
Yeah.
wanted to play, but we had to cap it. So, what's more powerful, good floor or tile clairvoyance? I would say tile clairvoyance. I don't think you can ever beat tile clairvoyance.
Mm.
That's the that's
Clairvoyance, yes. That's pretty well, yeah, I know. I guess clairvoyance would be you doing it of your on your own power. Uh, flow is that's God's hand. God on your side. I don't know. That's a tough question, actually.
clairvoyance is a gift from God. Come on.
If God is on your side, it's a pretty strong ally.
Wait, are you saying that clairvoyance is actually the devil's work? Oh.
Well, if I'm doing it,
Yeah, I would say clairvoyance is pretty much the omnipotency. It's pretty damn close.
so a lot of threes have gone into other people's hands. I think one was discarded earlier, so there's no threes left for Uotani to draw. Her reach did get Okada off her hand so that when she threw the three of cracks, it was no longer a winner for Okada. I've seen a few of them come out. I wonder if the two will end up getting thrown into Aikawa's hand. She would like to snag a couple points if possible. But here we are at the end of the hand. I believe there will be one more draw for Okada for Uotani. Haite, does she get one of the final remaining? Nope.
No.
Sixes of dots. Oh, there's one more draw. All right.
Hinata
Oh
will
my,
not.
might even be
She is
one
way
more, one
too
more
far
draw.
away to Tempai.
There it is. All right, that's the last draw. This is
No
the
Tempai.
last
Oh,
draw.
that is Tempai.
The
Tempai
final
right
last
here.
draw.
Yes. So we have
Two players, Tempai.
Yeah, Uotani and Aikawa. That means Uotani will continue as dealer. We will have another East 4 hand.
Oh wow, a rare refereeing by Tomotake. It looked like in the background there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how rare it was then. It is now.
Oh, okay.
He's definitely been
Tomotake.
like worked at tournaments that I've been at before, but I've seen
Oh.
him less and less officiating.
One of the legends of the Japanese Professional Mahjong League, and also a winner of the World Reach Championship. The second one in Vegas, right there where you were, where you are.
And
We
just
were.
a joy to talk to. We did an interview with him on a Japanese news show that we were doing back in April, May. I think in May he was our guest in May, and he's just so fun and so interesting, and one of those people that like grew up good at everything and just brought that to mahjong, and I wonder what that feels like.
He's one of those people. It's like how I like to think of the. Oh my God! Now I can't think of his name either. Who did Superstition? Stevie Wonder. It's the Stevie Wonder test. When somebody says they don't like Stevie Wonder, your instant reaction is like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with this person?" That's how I feel about Tomotake. Somebody were to say, "I don't like that Tomotake," and you're like, "Oh, there's something wrong with you."
What if you're indifferent to Stevie Wonder?
Indifferent.
Like I don't have a single Stevie Wonder song in my playlist. I've heard Superstition because you've played it in front of me a few times.
You played it. It was like our playout song
Oh,
for
did I?
some show
Oh,
we did.
because I was just looking for a song called Superstition. And like, I didn't know that it was Stevie Wonder, probably.
By the way, can you hear Scooby talking to the ambulance going by?
No.
Uh, we live right next to a hospital, so we often get Scooby thinking that the ambulance is talking to him.
Scooby is Garth's dog.
Yes, everyone knew that.
We have new
He's not-
viewers. Not
But I
everyone
mean,
knows who your dog
who would
is.
who would name their? Would somebody name a child Scooby?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I should be
It could
more.
be
Oh,
a
oh, no.
nickname.
Oh, yes, yes. I'm being very closed-minded.
Like most people don't put their child's name on social media the way that you do, so
No.
they might use a nickname.
By the way, while we were talking, while I was being a Nimrod, Uotani got to Tenpai and has reached and has pushed everybody once again off their hands because she is dealer. It's going to be scary. Oh, and she has just edged out Hinata for not quite last place. Hinata starting the game in first place. No longer. She's only moved down to second place, but boy, there is a big gap between Hinata and first place player Okada. Two Oyamangans have really propelled Okada out into the lead. She will continue to play safe against Uotani. Excuse me. It's another one of the. Oh, that was a 7. Sorry. Uotani drawing to the 5-8 of dots. Let's see, 1 here and an 8 on the table. Here's another 8 and a 5 in Aikawa's hand. So here's another 5 and 8. Very thin. That means there's only 1 8 left to be drawn. Because, of course, there is 1 5 in her hand.
I guess I should try and commentate too. I haven't commentated like on anything this whole day. I feel like I've been just reading the chat. I've been enjoying the chat though.
Yeah, it's been very chatty, and I'm never very good at participating in chat. So thanks, Jenn, for making everybody heard. Favorite Japanese food. Look at me focusing on more than one thing. Yakiniku for me. All about the
It's
yakiniku.
Korean food, actually.
Yes, but it's better in Japan. So I don't know.
I don't know if
I
I
didn't
agree
I
with
didn't
that.
discover it until I got to Japan. And I feel like it's still actually different enough from like Korean yakiniku that it's still maybe sort of its own thing.
I like it in Korea better because they like cook it for you. I'm not a big fan of paying extra to cook my own food, to be honest.
I do get that argument.
Although I do like the bite-sized pieces, and sometimes the Korean yakiniku is not always cut up. Sometimes you have to do that part yourself.
Yes. Well, that's especially with the pork yakiniku, samgyeopsal.
Yeah.
So this hand too will end in a draw, but it's Uotani finishing Tenpai, and you can see there's a few continuances going on there. And this is that kind of, this is what happens when you're that player that's, always kind of half playing defense. When you do get to dealer, you've got to make your dealer really worthwhile. And you see she's really nebateru. How do you say nebateru?
I don't know.
She's drawing it out. Just doesn't sound as neato as nebateru.
Okay, I'm gonna do the commentary for this. Uotani is our dealer again. With a really, really far away hand in Aikawa. But two Dora and like nothing else connected. There's one open-ended and one side weight. It's gonna be really tough. She's really thinking about how she's gonna get this hand to Tenpai, to ready. Yeah. Discards a 9, hoping for one of those value tiles to pair up, and maybe for an easy pawn to use those two Dora. Uotani, speaking of pawn, Uotani pawns the 9 bamboo. This is an Atozuke. She's going to get the Yaku, or the hand pattern, after the fact with the white dragon. Possible shift to maybe an outside hand at some point.
It might also be switched to the half flush. Possibly.
Possible shifts in the hand. Aikawa fills in the middle weight. Still trying to use that pair of Dora, probably waiting for the 6-9. I think Uotani's not going to go for a flush. He's going to hedge the 1-2-3 Sanshoku mixed sequence hand, where you have 1-2-3 in each suit. Okada has a pair of souths, which is not any value for her. So she's going to try and, I guess, do something closed and get to reach or something. Hinata's hand actually kind of looking the best right now with an open-ended and also that bulging, the Nakabukure shape 3-4-4-5. Which can be two open-endeds.
Should make you commentate more so I learn what those words mean. Nakabukure.
Nakabukure, it means bulging. Do with that what you will. Anyway, it's a very efficient shape because you have the 3-4-4-5, so you can use it as two different open-endeds, which means the 2-5 and the 3-6 are both useful in this shape. West triple up for Aikawa. That is her seat wind.
But it does get her to throw away the Haku that Uotani needed.
And now that Uotani has pawned that Haku, she doesn't need the 1-2-3 Sanshoku anymore, so she'll release the 1 bamboo and lock in that open-ended 2-5 weight. Does this rule set have continuance Yakuman? No. Continuance Yakuman is something I've actually never ever played with, I don't think. Uotani, now 1 away, does not have a pair in the hand. 2 open-endeds, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 32 minus 4, 28 useful tiles for Uotani. And she might end up on a single weight, but she's hoping to pair up something and wait on open-ended.
Deprecator likes tonkatsu? Is that what tonkatsu means? Or
maybe
is there something?
Tonkatsu, probably.
Tonkatsu? Yeah. Me too. I am also a big fan of the tonkatsu.
I go through these phases where, like, all I want to eat is tonkatsu all the time. I'll get, like, the tonkatsu sandwiches, and then I'll get, like, a tonkatsu bento. Actually, usually the bento turns me off unless it's, like, a tonkatsu shop. Like, I don't like the supermarket or the konbini tonkatsu bentos because they're a little soggy. But if you get it from, like, one of the tonkatsu specialty shops, like Wako or something, those are just amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty...
Tenpai, but waiting for the 2-character single weight.
Like you were talking about. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of...
Donkasu.
Oh, is that why it was different spelling, huh?
Yeah, that's the same thing. So that would be the Korean pronunciation of Japanese tonkatsu, which is short. Ton is like means pork in Japanese, and katsu is short for cutlet. So it sounds like the Korean was probably taken from the Japanese phonetically, but would be the same meal. Okada wins the hand.
Yeah, she just got to Tenpai with the all pairs hand, and Aikawa decided to improve her weight from the 2 of cracks, and it just happened to be what Okada was waiting for.
Oh, you mean
That's got to be a little disappointing.
Uotani? Uotani was the one with the single weight toe cracks. And it
Oh, sorry.
does look
Yes,
like
Uotani.
Uotani also was paying the points, so.
Right. That's what I meant. Yes. How did I confuse Aikawa and Uotani? They're on completely opposite sides of the table.
That ends Uotani's dealership. That will take us into the south round, and Hinata will have her second turn at dealer. See, I'm capable of commentary. I was just enjoying letting
Nailed
Garth
it.
do all the work for once. There's no bad food in Japan, to be fair. I've heard of addiction to Family Mart fried chicken happening. That is definitely a thing.
Oh, that's
Support
good. I
groups meet
basically,
on Thursday mornings.
I basically got an abdominal hernia from Famichiki. Definitely not all the beer. I'm gonna blame it on the Famichiki. But by the way, that's is that what they called it? Family Mart chicken. Yes. Family Mart is often just referred to as Famima. And then the chicken from there has really just become Fami Chiki.
Yeah, Family Mart is definitely not just a Japanese thing. You have it in like all the Asian countries. I don't know about all of it, at least Korea and Taiwan. I was only in Japan for a weekend and spent it with your girl. Shinjuku. Okay. Not reading all of those out loud. You're welcome to comment that, but I'm not reading them out loud because this is not my personal stream. This is the official Japan Professional Mahjong League English stream. So, I'm not ignoring you. I see you,
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna
I have
make
to
sure we get
be
him to
discreet.
come back commenting.
No,
It's our comment
it's
spice.
fine. It's certainly not bad. I'm just I have to be discreet. So
We like comment spice. Yes, and back to the point about
oh,
food
Uotani's
in
hand! Look
Japan.
at this. It's gonna be a massive flush.
It is
Oh,
it is
you wanted
possible
to?
monster forming. I was going to say yes. There is no bad food in Japan. Any place serving bad food is going to go out of business within a month. So yeah,
I would say there's plenty of mediocre food, but it's very cheap, so people are
yeah.
not unhappy with it. And also, I'm so tired of dashi. Just I've had enough dashi for my whole life.
Dashi, like, so you mean you don't want soba?
Oh, I hate soba, actually.
Oh my!
And
Can't believe you haven't gotten thrown out of the country already.
and I hate udon even more. So I love ramen though.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Do you like to burn your mouth on it like Japanese people do?
What? No. I
No, so
blow
you
on
don't eat
my
it right away.
food. I eat it right away. I blow on my food. Or I slurp it. I don't like slurping either, but I don't know. Soba just because yeah, I'm just not a fan of dashi or tsuyu, and so it does not taste yummy to me. It tastes like not yummy. I'm not gonna compare it to anything because I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum, but it's not something I enjoy at all.
Interesting.
I will have soba if I'm on like a really strict diet, because there's very little flour in the noodles. It's mostly
Well,
buckwheat.
it's not flour, yeah. It's just buckwheat. No, is
No,
there? Do they have flour in there to hold it together?
most of it has flour. You have to get juwari if you want only buckwheat.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. I always yeah. So we always get the juwari.
well, the shops don't like if you go to a soba restaurant, it's not usually juwari. You have to
It's true. It's not
specifically.
usually because you do have to. Yeah, you have to slum it a little bit if you go to the shops.
So, and also, most of what they sell in the grocery store is also not juwari. It's not full buckwheat. Usually there's a mix of flour.
Yeah. Now that you point that out, I do because yes, it's also a point when we do get the juwari, it does fall apart a lot more easily than the
Yeah.
not juwari.
So I'll have that if I'm on a
Aikawa,
strict diet, but
Aikawa could be. Is there a hand? Is there a monster forming here, or is it just too late?
5
A lot
draws
of
left. I think it's probably too late. She might be able to tempai with all pairs.
right.
Probably not going to get
Okay.
a monster though. I'm interested in, because Uotani started out with a monster, and I need to look at her hand again. What has happened to Uotani's hand?
Yeah. You got too into food.
Yeah, it's just not
Oh, it's one away from
progressing.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really big, but it's just not progressing, and we're getting to the end of the hand.
I would imagine she's going to pawn if she gets a chance.
There's just not been the chance here.
It was the West and the 9 of bamboos, I think. There's 1 9 of bamboos on the board.
Hinata decides to keep that triple of 5s. And Aikawa 1 away from ready, so she really could tempai with this all pairs hand. I do not see her pulling anything. Nope, just
Oh,
gonna
she'll give
fold.
up.
Yeah. It's just interesting because nobody is tempai, but she just does not see the hand having enough value or enough chance to get to tempai to continue with it. See, and
Especially,
the green dragon as well. The green dragon, there's 1 out on the board already, and just nothing is coming out for Uotani. And I think most of these are really buried deep in the wall.
people might be looking at Uotani's hand and saying, "Ugh, I'm not sure I want to go up against that."
Maybe, but there's no reach, there's no pawn. It's just that they don't have enough value to justify pushing it back.
Pushing.
Yeah. There's a green dragon.
Oh,
Pawn!
so that'll come out. All right.
And she'll finally tempai, waiting for the west and the 9 bamboo that you were talking about. 9 bamboo was discarded, the very first discard, by Aikawa right here. Aikawa, of course, is holding a west tile. The other west is right here in Okada's hand.
So, and there was also a 9 of bamboos in her hand. So there are no tiles left to be drawn. It can really only come out from Aikawa by some mistake.
Yeah, it's not going to come out. She was folding her hand. There's no way she's discarding the west.
And they can't see
Okada,
Okada
maybe
getting
if
to
she tempais.
Tempai. Yeah. But we are on the last draw. So that'll end Hinata's turn as dealer. Uotani does snag a few points. I think that puts her. Does that put her back in first in third place above Hinata? At least for this game.
We'll have to see. I haven't been following enough for like the scores carefully enough.
Hinata in first place after the first game. I think is still in second. But Okada with a truly commanding lead at the moment. Even when this game finishes, there still will be half of the final table to go.
All right, so Okada is very
Awesome.
far in first place right now.
Uotani does jump back above Hinata there.
Hold on.
Another pair of white dragons, or a pair of white dragons for Hinata. I would imagine she is probably going to be just, pon. No, Hinata is not on the attack. So another
Okay,
pair for
so
Aikawa.
I think I've explained these yellow because it's an old overlay, so I think I
All
made a
right.
mistake in explaining the scores. It looks like the white scores are the white scores above their Japanese names are the scores that they had coming into this game, and then the yellow is what they have if this game were to end right now. That would be their total scores for both games.
The scores underneath are their current scores for the game, like just having started with 25,000 points, and then as they handed sticks out and got sticks in.
30,000.
Oh yeah, 30,000. Right, this is not a mahjong parlor. Jeez. But that does not include then whatever the placement bonuses would be. And I think
Jen,
Uotani is
looking at
one
this
away from ready.
thumbnail for the thing tomorrow, and it's giving me Avril vibes. I actually have told people in a bar in Tokyo that I was Avril Lavigne, and they took pictures with me and probably went and told their friends that they met Avril Lavigne. Did you know that one time I saw Avril Lavigne on Japanese TV and I thought it was me? Because you know how, like, okay, so Garth and I have worked in Japanese TV for a long, long time. Not quite as much lately as we used to, but I you've had the thing, right, where you've like looked at the TV and be like, "Oh, yeah, I did this show." Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, something is showed you like an extra or something and you're like, "Oh, oh, this is that show. Oh, this is what they were filming." Like like we don't always know exactly what we're filming and we don't always know exactly when it's going to air. So I was like I woke up and I was so sleepy and I turned on the TV and I was like, "When did I do this show?" Like I don't remember this. But that's me, right? I didn't have my glasses on and I was like just starting to need glasses, but and then and then I spoke and I said, I've never sung this early in the morning." And I realized it was actually Avril Lavigne in Japan. But we had the same haircut at that time, and when we have the same haircut, we do actually look kind of similar. And we have similar like clothing style as well, so
By the way, Okada as dealer gets to Tenpai. She'll reach with just Pinfu. She didn't get the Dora that she was hoping to, but it's her turn as dealer, and she would like to push everybody else off. Okada will still stay with one away from ready. She does have the two souths, which she could palm. She would be double south. Still one away from ready is Uotani. Still one away from ready. Okada, can she push with another honor tile? Still no Tenpai for Uotani.
yes, you will see Garth and I on the advertisements on the Japanese mahjong streams for
it's Dora.
paid
Sorry.
memberships.
So Aikawa could have improved the value of her hand with the Dora there. Everybody else still dancing around, just dancing around a Tenpai, not quite getting there. Oh. Or pin Kabe, she'll throw the wall, or a wall of 4 pins.
Blockers,
Dots.
yeah. The 4 dots are blocking the edge tiles.
Depending on what she gets the Tenpai with, she would have to throw that 6, which would be Aikawa's winner. Oh no. Now
Actually, Deprecator, I
simply...
was always into Skater Boys. They were never into me, though. It was like the opposite of that song.
So Uotani starts preparing to throw in the towel. That's Tenpai. What does Okada do? She will not take Tenpai. Oh. I don't think there's any con here. Yeah. I guess she could still get to Tenpai and con. It's conceivable. 3 of dots came out earlier. This should be okay. I think Hinata's probably not seriously thinking about expanding her possible range. Oh, okay. Also possible.
Just this 9 dot in Uotani's hand is so in the way.
Yeah, I think Uotani realizes there's not a large path to victory here, but she does have the final turn as dealer this game. So she may really just be hedging for that. Another one of the 6s. Another one of the sixes that Aikawa wanted. The 6 of bamboos was safe a little while ago. 5 of dots was safe.
Look
Oh,
at
that's Tempai.
Tempai with
Does she go
discarding
for
the
it? Oh,
4 dot. How many
she could
sixes
con
can she
here. She
see?
could con.
She's going to con. There it goes. And she's
Can she
doing
draw
that
her
just
winner?
because she doesn't want to discard the 4 dot. And if she draws something dangerous, she can just fold. But she doesn't. She maintains Tempai. Good move.
Interesting. She's not gonna reach, even though the 5 of dots has come out. It would be Suji to the reacher.
It's the reacher, but not to
Could
her,
imagine.
though.
But you could imagine that, if she draws it, then it is coming out. I don't know. That would be my excuse for reaching.
If she draws, what, the 5 dot? They're already, like, mostly all out.
Right, but I mean, so they've been discarded since the reacher reached. If the reacher drew the 8 of dots, she's probably dropping it.
Yeah. But she conned because she didn't want to discard the 4 dot, and she was going, if she drew anything dangerous on the Rinchant, she was definitely going to fold. So she wasn't trying to reach. And 2 players, Tenpai, Uotani, also Tenpai. Aikawa will continue as dealer.
Nice play by Uotani to get to Tempai.
We have some probably taking a break because the game has already gone on more than an hour. So all the players are taking a break. But I think maybe we can fast forward to there. All right, we fast forwarded 3 minutes so that we can also finish a little bit earlier.
Aikawa still dealer. Excuse me.
Yep, she'll continue as dealer. This is the second continuance right now.
Trying to put together a little run. See if she could perhaps overtake Okada. One drawn Mangan would do it.
Yep. Already, Uotani has pawned the red dragon. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, is that from baseball?
I think so. I think it's you're referring to maybe somebody's reacting as soon as the ball has come off the bat.
Right.
Or at least that's the way I have imagined that meaning.
I went to
Never
a
having
baseball game
bothered to look
last
it up.
week. I went to a baseball
Jim
game
Crack
last
Con,
week.
and I don't care. Jim Crack Con, and I don't care.
You really had to read that out loud to understand it? Before the tune came to you?
Yes. I did not hear it until I said it.
Well, I'm glad that you got there. I went to watch the Seibu Lions last week. That's my team in Japan.
Seibu? Is that Saitama?
Yeah.
So you're closer to Saitama. I mean, you live in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but your closest team is the
yeah,
Seibu Lions?
the stadium's only like 20 minutes away from my house. So it's way closer than the Giants or the Sparrows.
Sparrows are in Chofu?
Sparrows, I think, are Yoyogi, right?
Oh. There isn't a team that plays around Chofu?
Not baseball.
Huh. Thought there was a stadium there, around there.
Ajinomoto Stadium is around there, but that's not baseball. Maybe soccer,
Oh.
maybe, and also they play, I think, American football there.
Huh. Hinata might have been thinking of making that her head and going for Sanshoku in the 1-2-3, but it's not a great weight. Con?
See,
Or
I want that also, like sound effect and also a visual that goes con.
maybe she also don't care. All right. Thank you, Deprecator. First known criticisms occurred in the New York Clipper. All right. It did have something to do with baseball.
Wow, the Mutuals and the Atlantics. How long did those teams have those names? Because 1868. Damn, that's coming on like almost 200 years ago. Not quite. I guess a century and a half ago, but it feels even longer ago than it did when I was in school. All right, it is. All right. But look at that writing. That's so cool. After 2 strikes was taken on a wonderfully sharp tip right off the bat by his namesake. That's quality writing. I like it.
So Aikawa trying to figure out how to optimally use her con and Tudora. Oh wait, oh did I do that again? She only had one Dora.
The Dora is the 3
Okay.
bamboo, not the 4 bamboo.
Right. I feel
So
like
the
I've done that
Dora
again.
is decided, that bonus tile that we've been talking about is decided by that little tile that is upside down on the wall. That's called the Dora indicator, and the next tile in sequence will be the bonus tile. So right now you can see the 2 bamboo. We'll have a shot of it pretty soon. Next draw, I think.
Oh, she does have two Dora. Okay, good. Yes. I did have that right. Yay.
Right here, see that 2 bamboo is upside down on the wall? That's the Dora indicator. That means that the 3 bamboo is your bonus tile.
Oh my god. As way of explanation, I seriously just started to point to my screen like somebody could see me doing that. But I did stop myself just before I would have pointlessly pointed to my screen.
There's a reason why I made a podcast with not Garth this time. Just joking. It's just because Sayaka's hotter than you, that's all.
Oh, if it were 10 years ago.
No, Sayaka is great.
That's
I actually never met her before, but I think that we are like extremely kindred spirits, and it's going.
also
Yeah.
Tenpai. That's cool. All right, so I would imagine she's gonna have to throw some value here, but it does improve her chances of winning the hand. She has the open-ended wait. She's waiting for the 5-8 of dots. She takes the slightly larger possibility. Of course, she already has a tune pond there, so it wouldn't really have added much value to have had one more value tile.
Now, Sayaka is not a professional wrestler, but she is a big fan of professional wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like Japanese professional wrestling, at least. I haven't seen her post anything about American pro wrestling, but definitely lots of stuff about Japanese pro wrestling.
So Hinata gets the Tenpai and will attack, waiting for the 1-4 of dots. I believe
And there's one
of
floating
those
here in
gives her.
Okada's hand, but Okada is out.
She's given up. I think that was the one. Did the one give her Ipeco?
Yep.
Yes.
Right there.
But not yes. There's another one. Oh, and there's the last one, I think. Oh, Aikawa.
It's
So always
tempting.
think
There
she's
it
gonna push.
goes.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Don't think there was any way Aikawa could get away from that.
It's her dealership.
Ipatsu. Oh no.
It was her dealership. She was Tenpai.
She had two Dora. Value in the hand.
Lots of reasons to push that and take that risk. Sometimes you gotta do it. And sometimes it deals in.
Oy vey. And that was two Dora too. So Aikawa just not catching any breaks. She had two Dora too. Her her turn as dealer seemed like a good spot to push. And now what will happen with Okada? Already way out in the lead, starting with 2 of her east tiles, that's her value tiles, plus 2 wests, and 1 each of the other wins. Can she get a couple of them to pile up in time for that Yakuman? Could start pushing towards a half flush. She's already short suiting herself in the Manzu. Another pair for Aikawa. She could push towards a half flush. She could use Dora there too.
Oh yeah, deprecate. I think that's a different Sayaka. That might be, yeah. But my co-host is Sayaka Miyatani. On Instagram, she's the one and only Sayaka.
Ooh, and Uotani, 1 away from ready.
Not that much further away from ready. She's trying to decide which direction she wants to take. She'll go with the Tanyao shape, the inside hand. Inside hand only uses tiles 2 through 8. Not 1, not 9, and not honor tiles. Yes, you're right, Evergood. She is not predatory. Not at all. She is like one of the most positive people I think I've ever seen on Instagram. It's very exciting to be able to work with her.
Aikawa's hand could turn into an outside hand. Oh, one of those. Oh, those the Hatsu that paired up.
And Okada is using her lead to push with a half flush. Sorry.
That'll be pulled. And Okada is 1 away from ready with a half flush and east. Uotani starts thinking about how much longer can I push value tiles here. She's also got a 9 of dots, which she'll get rid of first. Can probably see that Okada is probably heading towards a flush.
There we go. And didn't I just say that Okada was going straight for the half flush?
Straight to it.
Yes.
Oh no.
She went straight to it. She's discarding an open-ended 5/6 with the Dora.
The door, yeah. And so now Okada is Tenpai. Not Okada. Okada is also Tenpai. Uotani gets the Tenpai with Pinfu only. She won't take it. She just does not want to throw that white dragon.
I mean, 3 honors pwned by Okada and discarding an open-ended with the Dora. There's no question that she's going for a flush there.
That is called defense, boys and girls.
And now also Aiko, can't discard this 3-dot for the same reason. Just all the dots and all the honors now have big signs that say, "Do not discard me."
Ipatsu Tsumo for excuse me, for Uotani had she gone for it.
Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but
Just couldn't.
she still has a turn at dealer. If she would deal into a dealer hand like this that Okada has right now, should be in a huge deficit, big last place that would be really hard to recover from, even with a dealership left.
Oh, and there it comes. Oh, that's Tenpai. Look at that. She does get back to Tenpai.
What unwritten rule of Japanese mahjong could a person break and be seen as barbaric? I'm gonna go with shitauchi. And you like click your tongue like that is
Oh yeah.
really not allowed.
Oh wow, and now you see the 3 come out.
And it's 457 weight. Massive improvement for Okada. And this is another temp. It's still temp
She
by.
might be looking at Aikawa's hand and feeling like Sozu might be dangerous.
Holding a Yakuman ready hand is barbaric? Yeah, that's true. And Okada will
And
draw it.
surprise, surprise. Another Mangan for Okada. Wild Dealer. Propelling her further and further into the lead.
The thing is, I think in a lot of cultures, like people do shitauchi, they click their tongue like that,
Uh,
about themselves or about their own hand. And in Japan, it's
yeah.
really like taken to be about your opponent.
Yeah. You know, when you've made a mistake, or like your own mistake, you do the tisk tisk, it's your own mistake, right?
Mhm.
Uh, it's really not as often, I think, that you're really doing it to somebody else and like tisk tisk you. It's more like, oh, I made a mistake. And man, boy, when I worked in mahjong parlors, I just got that endlessly. Like, oh, dude, start you the show.
Yeah, it's
For
really
me, it was for
taken
me.
to be criticism of other people in Japan, so you really got to be careful about that.
Unless you were working at my parlor, in which case, well, yeah, you're supposed to have been careful about it.
Oh,
Got bonked on the head.
Garth gets a pass everywhere, basically. Garth is the owner of all the privilege.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. I guess I do have to. I can't claim no privilege unless I'm delivering Ringer Hut food from Gotanda.
Yes, there are some mahjong pros in Japan who do gig work. I should say, there are some mahjong pro, not plural.
Hmm. Aikawa with 2 Dora and already a triple of North tiles in her hand. North is her seat win, so she's got a Yaku. Could she get some value here? She was pushing up into a nice spot. Actually, now that I look at the scores, it's all pretty even for second, third, and fourth place. So anybody would like to get a few points to push themselves into second place. Aikawa certainly with the hand that has the most potential for value. There's another triple or another run completed for Hinata. No, well, her obvious atama, her obvious pair, is also part of an open-ended weight, so she'll throw from the gut shot first or the side weight first. Completing the triple. That completes a run. So we have some battles forming here. Everybody's hands are progressing pretty quickly. That adds to the bulging 4-tile weight there that I just learned from Jenn. Aiko will move that Atama out to the outside, pair weight to the outside. Okada definitely wants a Dora to get to Tempai. And Hinata says, I'm going to try to run away with it. Aikawa just not getting there. Oh, another pair for Okada, she'll accept that pair. She has some more options for poning now to get to Tenpai. And there's a pair weight, or there's an open-ended weight. Oh, and that's Tenpai. Wasn't it? I feel like that was Tenpai. That's also Tenpai.
Tenpai for
Waiting for the
Aikawa.
6-9.
Still one away for Okada, but the hand just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Adding an open-ended. Oh, no. Oh, difficult.
Double gutty and open-ended and no pair. All right, go
She
for
will
the
start
inside
going
hand.
towards this. Yeah, and the possible Sanchoku. Interesting. Hinata trying to decide whether a value tile is still safe to throw. As it turns out, it is. It's completely tripled up in Okada's hand. Does Okada do the crazy con if it comes out? Go for it, Aiko. You can do it. Oh, she just can't find it. That is going to make Okada Tenpai. She chooses the open-ended weight. Otherwise, she's going to be waiting for Dora Indicator. She chooses the open-ended weight. As it turns out, she's already palmed the one of dots. So it's not as wide a weight as it might seem. And Aikawa catches a little bit of luck. From Hinata. Tough break for Hinata. Coming into this game in first place. Last place in this game. Won't be quite last place in the overall standings yet. But it also just serves to push Okada further and further out in front of everybody.
Now Uotani will take her last turn at dealership. This is the last hand of the game. Of course, if Uotani wins, then we'll have more hands. So the game will end when Uotani stops winning. However, soon or late that happens. For all we know, there's no time limit, so they could be still playing this right now.
When she stops winning, or if she doesn't finish Tenpai and nobody else wins. She can continue as dealer if she has, if nobody else wins the hand, and she is Tenpai. Tenpai meaning one away from winning the hand. So it looks like we have 2 Dora in Okada's hand, and I think there were 2 Dora also in Uotani's hand. And a bunch of pairs here, one away from ready. So a chance for some value for Okada, for Uotani, but she's running into a possible quick monster from, excuse me again, from Okada. She can also pawn the Souths. Okada with a lot of possibilities here.
Vape says, I'm going to Japan in just over a week. Any tips where I can play some in-person mahjong while I'm there? Yep, go to the JPML dojo. If you're not that comfortable saying your scores in Japanese, then you should go at around noon. There's a 3-game tournament starting at 1 p.m. Each game starts on the hour. You don't have to play all 3. You can play as many or as few as you want. It's a really fun crowd and really casual, so they will help you with scoring and help you with Japanese, and very, very welcoming. They're very used to having visitors from overseas. If you're pretty comfortable scoring in Japanese, you can go to the evening session, which starts at 5 p.m. and goes, I think the last game starts at 11 p.m. or does the last game start at 10 p.m.? I don't know, one or the other.
11 would be pretty late.
It would
right?
be pretty late, but maybe they close at 11.
Tenpai for Okada. And Uotani is just praying.
She's one away.
Oh no, and I think that too. Isn't that what Okada's waiting for?
Doesn't Okada... Is she
She's waiting for the 3.
pairs?
She's all pairs. She's either waiting for a 3
Yeah,
or
waiting
a.
for the 3.
Oh,
She
she's
already
waiting for the
has a
3.
pair of
Okay.
2s.
So Uotani's safe.
And that's Pon! Pon and still one away for Uotani, but... And now she's got to Pon everything.
And with 2 of the 3s here in Hinata's hand, that means there's only 1 left for Okada to draw. She could, of course, always change her weight if it gets a little better. What kind of weight might Okada want to change to? She does certainly have some value there. Aikawa would really like Dora, but as it turns out, she's already in second place. She doesn't really need to push here too much.
Yeah, but overall, she's so far behind. She really does need to get some points if she wants to go into game 3 with a... Or go into games 3 and 4 with a good chance of winning. So she'll probably... She doesn't need to push, so she can wait for kind of a bigger hand. And she can fold if she needs to.
Another pair for Hinata, and actually, if she's really looking to get back into second place, this John Peiko is probably more her ticket than.
Are we back to
Oh,
Ryampeiko?
that's
Aiko
Tempai.
attempt by waiting for the 1-4 bamboo. Just 1,000 points, so just lock in her second place. Vala makes a good point fighting for scraps at this table because Okada has all the points.
There's no the 4s are not going to come out. You've got 2 of them in Okada's hand and 2 of them in Otani's hand, so it's just going to be the 1. I wonder if so the 5 of bamboos has come out. That might make her feel like the 8 of bamboos is more likely to come out. She can't see any 3s of cracks on the board, and I think at least 2 of the 4s have come out. She'll wait for that 8 of bamboos. As it turns out, there are 2 of them already in Uotani's hand, which are obviously not going to come out. But if that last one comes out first, this is a different kind of Ishanten, different one away from ready for Hinata. The south tile could be dangerous, but she'll throw it. That's going to look like a bit of a challenge. So suddenly players are like, "Oh, if I go for it here, am I throwing into her?" Haku. That would have been the winner for Okada had she thrown the 8. Of course, if she'd thrown the 8, that would have been a pawn by Uotani, and the Haku would have been discarded probably by Hinata. Swappy Dappy. Okada with the Swappy Dappy. She does like that. This could be Tempai. Does she go for it?
You have to discard the
gut
4
shot.
dot and waiting for the middle 4 character.
It's not a good weight, but if she's going for second place, she really wants that.
It's not a terrible weight.
She goes for it.
There's there's 2 4s on the board already, so there's just 1 4 left, and that is stuck in Aikawa's hand. So yeah, it's a pretty crappy weight. But she might have read that nobody wants it, and looking at
who knows if it?
her discard, she has a 1 in the discard, so maybe she figures if she can draw and discard a 7, then
if it were to get everybody else to give up,
that as well.
She would overtake Uotani with the Uma draw, the Uma whatever, not the penalty, the draw penalty. No 10 penalty. All right, so she gets Okada off the hand. Can Uotani get the tenpai? And she can. Uotani gets the tenpai. She will not have any tiles to draw to her winner. So it looks like we're going to have another hand. Can't see
Looks like it. Well, she'll
Uotani.
discard the 7. Does that
Is
make
there
the 4
any-
look safe
Yeah.
enough?
Is there any universe in which that 7 makes Aikawa throw the 4? There are not many other,
Because it
not many
makes
more
it-
draws.
It makes it Nakasuji to both the players.
Yeah, I don't see how she cannot take tenpai.
Oh, that would have been Yambeko.
Oh no! Of course, yeah. There's still no 4, but then she could have had the Ipeiko there, and she could have been waiting on the 4-7 or the 3-6 or the 5-2 of cracks.
Or the 3-5 even.
Or oh yes, that too.
With
Yeah,
all the
she could have had a
4s
whole bunch
like
of
that she could see.
different weights. But it'll end in a draw.
3 players tenpai.
Okada, with all the points, says, okay, fine, have some.
She's protecting her points. Just 1,000 each is not too bad with the lead that she has right now. Definitely worth folding and not dealing in. Although dealing into anyone except for Uotani, if it was just like 1,000 points, would just end the game and it would be cheaper than paying each player 1,000 points.
I think your IRL group's method is fine, Vala. I have said for years, scoring in Japanese mahjong is unnecessarily complicated.
I don't know. I like it. I don't think that non-pros have to use it, but as a pro, I like using it. But also, when I'm teaching new players how to play, we don't require Yaku or anything. You just make the shape, and if you don't have any value in your hand, you just get 1,000 points. And then we slowly teach the Yaku as we go along.
That'll be next week, all week. No Yaku necessary. So the 3 non-first place players, nobody gains anything on anybody. Uotani dealer. He gets the door to indicator, so she'll go off to that side, hoping to use Dora if she can get it. Possible 7-8-9 Sanchoku for Hinata. But she won't take it. Aikawa gets another pair. I think that's 4 pairs for Aikawa. Uotani just threw the 5. There's a triple for Hinata. And notably, we are 3 away from Suanko.
Sanjen Shante.
All right. Aikawa saying, all right, I don't want to let any more points go somewhere else. And 1 away from ready with 7 pairs, Okada. Is that 1, 2, 3? Oops. That was only 4 pairs, and she'll throw from one of the pairs. Hinata moving towards the all simples, Town Yao. Aikawa will throw Dorda. Won't even think about putting it in the hand. Another triple for Okada. How does she want to play it? She's just thrown the 7. Huh. That's Tenpai for Uotani. She'll reach. Not a lot of value, but it's likely to be enough to get everybody off of their hands. Not with a lot of tiles to escape with. The 5 of bamboos is safe to Uotani, but after that, she starts with the 7 of bamboos. That will, of course, be safe next draw, too. We'll see the 7 come out again, I think. Well, soon. Can Aikawa get to Tenpai? Okada will, of course, be giving up.
Yeah, Okada really just wants to win something cheap, quick, and safe. She doesn't want to take any risk. She doesn't need IE scores.
Dora. It may convince some of the other players to think, okay, well, maybe it's not such a valuable hand. Especially Aikawa, or Aiko, Hinata. Oh, that's Tenpai. Can Aikawa get there? The 5, of course, is one of Uotani's winning tiles. The 2 that just came to Okada is another one. But the 8 of cracks is a winner for Aikawa. One of them in Hinata's hand. I don't see a path for Hinata here unless she just throws perfectly. Uotani has very few winning tiles to draw anymore. Whereas, let's see, there's an 8 on the board. I think there's a few more for Aikawa. A few more 8s. Well, one more 8. There's one more 8. There's 2 more 8s, and there's only one more 2. Who will get there? I think Aikawa is kind of committed. She doesn't have a lot of tiles she can give up with. 5 of dots is not necessarily safe. The 6 of dots, she'd have to throw from the 6 of dots to have a definitely safe tile here.
She doesn't want to lose the no-10 points to Uotani either. Or Hinata for that. For that what? What's that phrase?
For that matter.
That matter.
matter.
Oh my god, I could not remember the word matter. Holy cow, Deprecator wants to take us to the tire shop for tacos in Vegas.
That sounds like fun.
They sell tires and tacos. It's an alliteration shop.
Yes, they serve them in the tires. Nice. Good question, Flame.
That would be an expensive taco. Tires are
Yeah.
not cheap.
No. And she gives up. She just can't do it. So we will see another hand.
I think they could hold all the fixins though.
And Hinata will take Tempai.
Will she?
Oh, not Tempai. Okay, yeah, she's still got a ways to go, and she has some dangerous. Boy, I hope. Yeah, she's gonna have to throw from the 3, I guess, if she manages to get there.
Why does your voice keep getting far away?
Oh,
Yeah, that's better.
is there even enough draws? Was she just trying to make people think she's Tempai and make them give up?
Oh, you don't eat the tire they serve it to you in? Okay, I'm confused now. I was
Okay, this is the
imagining
last
the
draw.
fixins in the tire.
And so Uotani, well
Continue as dealer one
executed
more
reach.
time. Yeah.
Gets the other players to give up their hands. And she will have another shot at scooping up some points and giving herself a better shot at Okada
I think
going
this
into the
got
last
her.
half.
This has got her very close to second place for this game.
I think so, yeah. She's 5,000 points away or so from Aikawa before. So that would be a 4,000 point swing. She's either just barely overtaken her or.
Still
Oh, okay, still
2,000.
2,000.
But very close.
Oh, she reached. That's right. She reached. She was to 20,000, but the reach stick came out.
What happens in
And
Vegas tires stays in Vegas tires. Yeah.
That's how I remember it too, Deprecator.
All right, lots of pairs for Hinata.
Paracells,
Aiko is gonna go
importantly,
straight for a half flush. She's just discarding that 4 bamboo. Or maybe yeah, something outside. I don't know, but definitely not a normal hand.
Hinata has the double south working for her, so that's 2 possible endpoints. And some other pairs. So if she could get to Toy Toy, she could conceivably take second place. She could overcome Aikawa with a Mangan draw. Oh, actually, there are 2 reach sticks on the board. Are there 2? Yes, 2 reach sticks on the board. And so actually Mangan, just Mangan from anybody would be enough for Hinata to take over second place.
My cat is back. He's like, "You're still streaming?" Yes, it's a long game, kitty. We are waiting for Uotani to make a massive comeback and come into first place. We are always rooting for the underdog here. So Hinata and Uotani have our votes for this hand. Changes by hand, by the way. Look at these 2 Dora and Uotani's hand. If she's going to make a comeback, this is the hand that's going to be pivotal.
I think so. For the moment, I think she has to throw from the 2. Oh, interesting.
You're thinking the 8 dots.
No, I was thinking. Okay, yeah, she's hedging for pairs, I guess, huh?
Yeah, she's hedging those pairs. She can also pawn for an inside hand if she needs to. She'll pawn the 2 bamboo. See, look at that. I know what I'm doing.
I do not. So there was a triple that came in for Hinata. She's now, once again, 3 away from Suanko.
Santen, Shanten. But also, like, so Uotani just pawned the 2 bamboo and discarded the 6 character, the 6 crack. If she tempais and needs to, like, a 5-8. Whoa.
What?
Oh, earthquake. That looks like an earthquake.
Could you see stuff shaking?
The camera was shaking down in the bottom corner. Yeah, definitely earthquake. They're just waiting for the earthquake to subside. This happens a lot in Japan, actually. And nobody goes under the table or goes outside. They just wait for it to finish politely. Wait for it to finish. And then when they get the signal, they will restart. And there they go.
Huh.
I did not catch that when I
Amazing.
was editing the video.
Wow.
So not today. There's no earthquake in Japan today. If you're enjoying any sort of alcohol or something similar, don't be freaked out and ask people you know in Japan if they're okay. All right, so what I was gonna say with Uotani, if she had drawn the 5 character or the 8 character for Tenpai, she would have discarded the Dora. Luckily, she drew something where she could still keep the 2 Dora. The reason for that is because she's dealer, and her first priority is always going to be to continue as dealer, not score. So although she wants to use both of those Dora, she would not force it if she had a Tenpai that would allow her to continue as dealer. I did not mention any names, and I will still refuse to mention any names. I just remember a story by Dave Barry. It was a short story he wrote about his friends who were enjoying some recreational things in as adults, a couple, and watching TV, and a hurricane was coming, and they realized that they were too inebriated to escape the hurricane, so they were succumbing to their fate of hopefully surviving this hurricane in Florida until long after they had they had accepted this fate. They realized they were watching a recording. So I just wanted to make sure that doesn't happen to anyone here. We are all safe in Tokyo. There was no earthquake today.
Wow. Okada gets to Tenpai. She doesn't have a Yaku, but could switch out for with the 778, 77789. But she's already thrown the 9. She'd really want the 6, and that's Tenpai for Hinata. Oh no. That is just unfortunate timing. I'm not sure. I don't think Aikawa has the hand to really push with right now. And boy, that's really too bad for Aikawa because she would have drawn that had she not had to pawn there. That tile did come from Uotani, right?
Which tile?
Let's see. Aikawa pawned E1 to get to Tenpai. I feel like,
If you're asking if the 1 came from Uotani.
yeah. Whatever Aikawa just, whatever Aiko just pawned was the 1.
Hinata is okay. I
You know,
got
just
very
waiting
confused
for.
about who you were talking about because I thought you.
Sorry, yeah,
Hold
I
on.
keep confusing names myself. Sometimes because I keep forgetting. But of course, we always called Hinata Aiko in.
She pawned. It looks like she
Sakura.
pawned from Okada. She pawned the 1
Oh,
character from
okay.
Okada and the 1 dot from Aikawa.
Oh wow.
And
I keep getting rid of
Uotani
that.
pawned the 2 bamboo from Hinata.
Now Okada has a weight, but
And Uotani will win the hand
Uotani
on the
just
7
changed
dot.
her weight in time. Yeah. Wow.
That means she'll get another turn at dealer. So we are in 1 more last hand.
Nice play, Uotani. Instead of continuing to wait for continuing to wait for the expensive version, she takes the gut shot, and the timing just works out. Instead of throwing safe with the 8 of dots, which just had come out, Okada throws the 7 of dots, throwing in because she wanted to have a Yaku so she could win on the next 8 if it came out.
And that's what I was talking about. Uotani was going to prioritize winning the hand and remaining dealer over any sort of score improvements. And it's paid off. Now she's in 2nd place and actually not very far away from Okada. I think she's just a Mangan direct hit now would get her into first place.
Deprecator has some stories.
Yeah.
Deprecator has some stories.
Yeah, Taiwan during Typhoon Nabi. I don't know when Typhoon Nabi was.
I wonder if that was when I was in Saipan. Was that around 97, 90, 98, 97, 98, 97? Was that 97?
It's like in Japan, the typhoons they all go by number. They don't give them names. So I've never kept track of the names.
That was certainly one of the big ones.
2001.
2001. All right, I had left Saipan already. Enough Saipan. Tomato. Not really quite tomato. More like noon, I guess, is what you'd say for Aikawa's discards. So, tori, kuso. Okada hoping to just run away with a quick win. Hinata looking for a half flush. That's Tempai with the extra wide weight, the 147 of dots. Uotani looks like she's also one away from ready. As it happens, as good a weight as it is, a pair of each of them are in Aikawa's hand, and that is Tempai for Uotani. Had a bit of a Tempai battle going on here, and that is one away from ready for Hinata.
Is she gonna go full straight or is she gonna go inside
Sanchoku,
hand?
yeah.
Or Sanchoku. Oh,
Sanchoku,
it deals into
but
Uotani again. We'll have another turn at dealer. There's so many options there. You could go for the inside hand. You could go for sort of Sanchoku. You could go for a full straight. It was a
yeah, boy, there
really,
were a lot of options.
yeah, really
And it
difficult
seems like probably
decision.
the six. Yeah, the six, unless you're going for the inside hand, I guess the six. But you're also thinking you really want to use Dora. In that situation, the only way you end up using Dora really is probably getting another one. I think I like that play. It just happens to have thrown into Uotani. And a nice little run by Uotani to get herself into a spot going into the second half of this final table. Can she hold
September
on to it?
9th, 2001. I was in Osaka. Where were you, Garth?
You know that you were in Osaka?
September
On
9th,
September 9th,
2001? Yeah. Yeah, it's easy.
2001. Oh, I mean, you lived there at the time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, September 9th.
I mean,
I was almost certainly in Tokyo,
where were you
unless I
on,
was surfing.
basically, where were you on 9/11? It's 2 days
Oh,
before
yeah.
that.
No, I'm yes, seriously. Yeah, come on. Yes, I was living in Kanagawa at the time. That thing, yes. That little thing.
And also, do you know what that's called in Japanese? 9/11. We say 9/11, you know what you're talking about. Do you know what they called it in Japanese?
It has a special name in Japanese.
It's called doji tero, not like simultaneous terror. Terrorist
Uh,
attack.
so Otani, I think two away from ready again pretty quickly. Hinata looking for probably just trying to save third place at this point. Aikawa would also, of course, like to save third place, although Mongun would be enough to move into second place for this game. 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku. We have the switch possible.
Yeah, it even breaks up a sequence for it.
Aikawa looking for a half flush. Yes.
Yeah, she must be a little bit frustrated because Uotani has had such a comeback already. Aikawa was in second place and ended up folding a lot, not able to maintain that second place against Uotani's streak that she's having now.
Okay. Now hedging for that 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku. If it comes that way, she's probably going to end up having to throw away Dora.
Okada cheese. Okada is like, okay, enough is enough. I need to try and just end this dealership of Uotani's.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to get her into trouble.
I mean, she's not us.
Yeah.
She is senpai waiting for the white dragon and 3 bamboo. She can only win on the white dragon, correct?
I think so. Ooh, that adds the so now she can use Aiko can use Dora.
There's only 1 white dragon left too, but so Okada figures that nobody's gonna be very worried about it. And that it will
Could
just come
also
right out.
figure like, yeah, if she gets into trouble, it's probably a safe tile. She does at least have 2 safe tiles to throw from.
Yeah.
Perhaps she can think.
She's not messing around with a half flush this time. It looks like she's not folding. She kind of pawned so that she could maybe try and keep herself from folding. She could,
She's
like you
gotta
said,
figure,
roll
yeah.
the hand over if she discards the white dragons and switch to like inside hand or something, but
She's got to figure that obviously, if there's one person who's not going to stop with the white dragon, it's going to be Uotani.
right.
So for sure, it comes from the dealer. Unless somehow Uotani could make that her final pair weight, but very unlikely.
She wasn't gonna mess with a half flush, and she would be free 10 so many ways if she tempied after that. So she will give it up. But Uotani has reached again. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, waiting for the side 7 bamboo wait. And that means
And that improves Hinata's hand too.
if she gets the white dragon, she will definitely be discarding it.
2, 3, 4 Sancho. Oh, she doesn't go that route.
So now Okada is basically double drawing. She gets all of her own draws as well as all of Uotani's discards for that chance at that white dragon.
We haven't seen it yet. So it turns out Aikawa has most of Uotani's winners.
And there it is. Oh, that will end the
my
game.
gosh.
Okada maintains her lead. Uotani, though, valiant comeback. All the
Puts
way
on quite a run, yeah, to take second place.
and a positive
Get into
second
positive.
place at that.
To get positive points and give herself a bit better shot at overtaking Okada in this second half. Aikawa looking pretty dejected.
Yeah, that was rough.
I know that feeling.
That was rough.
Huh.
All right, let's go back to look at our heads.
Hey,
Hello,
look at those heads.
All right.
Boy, that was a marathon.
Yeah, those were some long games. We really appreciate you all sticking with us to the very end. Next week we will be here. I'm pretty sure we'll be on time, considering our flight schedule. If something happens, we will post. We'll just put a post on the channel for a time change. And if we're unable, we might just do 1 game next week and 1 game the week after that while we're in New York, and then just do kind of a little talk show instead. But we really appreciate it. It was fun to chat with y'all and commentate with you, Garth. Deprecator, thank you. You were perfectly delightful as well.
Yes, that was fantastic. Even though, I mean, somehow, even though it's just letters, still mellifluous on your end too.
And also just like awesome way to find us. I don't know what brought you to our
Yeah, it's weird.
stream, but we're glad you're here, and we hope that you this piqued a little bit of interest in mahjong for you. And anything else to say?
No, I think that's it. I think
All
we
right.
have said a lot so far today.
Yeah, we gotta go get some lunch, take care of the dogs, and different houses, different dogs, different lunches, in case anyone was wondering. But next week we will be streaming from
different
the
kids.
same location. Travel safe to New York and enjoy. Thank you so much. Yeah, once again, if anybody is free tomorrow, you can watch the podcast with Sayaka and myself. And if you are in New York, then please come to our mahjong matsuri, our mahjong festival that we're having at, what is that place called? Sparrow's Nest on October 13th. It will be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., $30 entry. And otherwise,
6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So I can go see Seth Meyers.
Possibly.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm
If
not
they
sure
still
I
film
will
at the
be
same
able
time.
to because I will be I have to get dressed in yukata. It's much easier for boys to get ready for these things
Yes.
than girls, but we shall see. Anyway, we will
Even
be
the
there.
same.
Yep. That's all from Tokyo for tonight.
All right. Thank you, everybody. It's been great.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you next week. Deprecator, I'll be watching for you. And thank you, Vape, as always, Vala, everyone else in the chat. We appreciate you as well.
Yeah,
of
seriously,
course.
all the old timers too. Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's really helpful when you also help explain the rules and things. We
Our
need.
OGs. Yeah, better than old timers. Our OGs.
Yeah. All right. Good night, guys.
Bye.